This webcast presentation of greensports.net will begin in 2 minutes. This webcast presentation of greensports.net will begin in 1 minute. This webcast presentation of greensports.net will begin in 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
Good morning from Cal U's Lilly Field and the WPIAL Class 4A Softball Championship game between Belle Vernon and Montour. Welcome in, everyone, here to, I guess it's Penn West University at California's Lilly Field, the usual site of the WPIAL Softball Championships, and this is the UPMC Sports Medicine Class 4A Softball Championships presented by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hi, everyone. I'm Jason Tennant, joined today by Bobby Fox for all the action. Game 1 of 3 here today, as we will have the triple header for you on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. First up, the 4A game between Belle Vernon and Montour. We will then follow that up with the 1A game scheduled for 2:30 between Carmichaels and Union, and we'll close things out with a 4:45 scheduled start for Hempfield versus Seneca Valley. Bobby, a pleasant good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Jason. Although it feels like it's about 3 in the afternoon, it is warm, it is sunny, and people are certainly flocking to the shade wherever they can find it here. But a perfect day for softball. Should be 2 good days of softball. as these 6 championships are determined. And starting here with Montour and Belle Vernon, of course, the Leopards, led by the legendary head coach Tom Rodriguez, who picked up his 300th career victory earlier this year. He has won 4 gold medals in District 7. He'll be looking to add a 5th today. On the other side, Montour, led by head coach Ken Kutchman. The Spartans, led by Mia Arndt, hitting .583, 8 home runs, 31 RBIs. She is certainly the centerpiece of this offense. Belle Vernon on the other side, 5 players hitting over 400, so a lot of balance in this Belle Vernon team. Gracie Sokol hitting .463, leading that group, and we'll fill you in on the rest as we go on. Belle Vernon turned a lot of heads earlier in these playoffs. It's not that the Leopards don't have a tremendous history on the softball diamond. We mentioned what they've done under Coach Rodriguez, but in the semifinals, not only did they knock off what was the Trib Live's #1 team in all classifications, the Elizabeth Forward Warriors, to reach this championship game, they beat them 10-1 to get here to Lilly Field. Montour on the other side, they've been doing a lot of heavy lifting as well, defeating Indiana 11-1 at Gateway High School back on May 17th, and a week later on May 24th, shut out Chartiers Valley 10-0. The Colts, another team that have a strong tradition. We'll just fill in the rest of the Belle Vernon run to the championship game. They received Dubai as the 2 seed and beat West Mifflin 2-1. So the Titans giving Belle Vernon all it could handle, but the Leopards certainly feeling good as they take on the Spartans today.
Absolutely. These are 2 teams that have won in the last 25 years. They've both won 4 WPIAL crowns, so I guess this is kind of the rubber match as far as that goes. Who's going to get a 5th here today? And very similar. I mean, you look at it, I did a lot of history on these teams and what they've done in postseason play. Last 25 years, both of these teams have been in the playoffs 19 times. Wow. So they are familiar with postseason, these programs certainly. And last year you go back and both these teams were in the playoffs. Montour took 4th place. Belle Vernon was eliminated in the quarterfinals, so they both kind of had an off year last year, but find themselves here vying for a WPIAL crown as we get set for action here. Slated for 12 noon. You can see the meeting at home plate taking place right now, so wouldn't be surprised if we start a little bit early here. Why don't we step aside real quick? We'll bring you back with the starting lineups here from Lilly Field, Penn West University of California, the 4A WPIAL Championship game. This is the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and this broadcast is presented by First National Bank.
Hi, my name's Mark, and I am a political science major at Seton Hill University. Initially, I came to Seton Hill for pre-law, but loved my poli-sci classes so much, I made it my focus. Ultimately, my goal is to hold political office and make a positive impact on people's lives. For me, it was the faculty, both in my major and out, that made my Seton Hill experience so incredible.
Let's go ahead and bring those starting lineups onto the screen for you. You can check out the batting orders for both the visiting Leopards and the Spartans, who will serve as the home team here today. Bobby, which one do you want?
I can go ahead. I'm checking my scorecard here. I am sitting on Montour.
All right, I'll go ahead and give you Belle Vernon's. Belle Vernon will lead off as the visitors here. Number 36, their left fielder is Alexa Daniels. Batting second will be first base, number 20, Gracie Sokol. Batting third will be their center fielder, number 7, Marin Metikosh. Batting cleanup will be their catcher, number 3, Mia Zubovic. Batting in the 5th spot will be the third baseman, number 18, Lauren Van Divner. Batting 6th, shortstop number 11, Ava Zubovic. Batting 7th, designated player number 37, Talia Ross. Batting 8th is the pitcher number 15, Olivia Kolowitz. And rounding it out will be their second baseman, number 25, Katie Sokol. Their flex player is number 4, Sydney Calloway, and she will be in right field. So again for Belle Vernon, Daniel, Sokol, Metikosh, followed by Zubovic, Van Divner, and Zubovic, and then Ross, Kolowitz, and Sokol. Belle Vernon head coach is Tom Rodriguez. He is assisted by John Christner and Haley Bashada.
And the starting lineup for the Montour Spartans, led by head coach Ken Kutchman. Leading it off will be senior center fielder number 1, Mia Arndt. Batting second is junior third baseman number 2, Gia Labrie. Batting third is senior left fielder number 8, Avery Polo. In the cleanup spot, it's junior number 55, first baseman Jana Hess. Batting fifth, sophomore second baseman number 19, Shania Cope. Batting sixth is the senior pitcher number 10, Caitlin Molatoris. Batting seventh is the sophomore catcher number 25, Danielle Turpak. And then a pair of freshmen round out the starting 9 for Coach Kutchman. They do go a straight 9, no designated player. Batting eighth is right fielder number 12, Haley Straub. And in the 9 spot, number 32, shortstop Delaney Bartow. So it's Arndt, Labrie, Polo, Hess, Cope, Molataris, Turpak, Staub, and Bartow. Montour, led by head coach Ken Kutchman. He's assisted by Mike Kapp, Jamie Farrelly, Caitlin McElhaney, and Stacy Beerhalter.
You mentioned a straight 9. We used to call that National League rules, but we can't even do that anymore.
Cannot do that. Has been taken from you, Mr. Tennant.
It certainly has. All right, we've met the starting lineups. They're going to be introduced here before the crowd here at Penn West University, California. And the crowd is starting to file in here, wrapping around the stadium as usual here with not a lot of seating, but a lot of great views on the bank as Bobby can get you a view of some of the crowd here.
Well, that sea of green and white, that is the Belle Vernon football team. You wonder if Quentin Martin, the former future Penn State Nittany Lion, is out there. Also just heard the Montour student bus pull in, so there could be some pretty good duels in the crowd between these two fan bases.
No doubt about it. We'll step aside again, bring you back here with more as we continue here from Penn West University at California. It is the WPIAL 4A championship game. And, of course, this broadcast on the Trib Live High School Sports Network is presented by First National Bank.
Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
What would our community look like without First Federal of Greene County? The fundraising event without a sponsor, the sports team with no name on the back of the jersey. Fortunately, we don't have to wonder. At First Federal of Greene County, we're proud to be your community partner. We make a choice every day to support you, your passions, your needs. Next time you have the option of how to bank, where to get your mortgage loan, who to work with, we hope you keep your local bank in mind. By supporting us, you're supporting the places you live, work, and play. You're supporting your neighbors and friends, because together we can make our community stronger. Together we can give back. Together we can help those in need. Together we can.
Who better to get your pharmaceutical services from than local familiar faces you can trust? Here at McCracken Pharmacy, we aim to provide just that. Our mission is to take care of you and Greene County. We are a full-service pharmacy that offers an auto refill program that arranges all of the patient's medications so that they are filled at the same time each month. We provide a full line of adult vaccinations, which are available to the general public without appointment. Don't hesitate to use our friendly delivery services, which bring medications to homes all over Greene County. Check out our website at mccrackenpharmacy.com and download our app.
Our national anthem here as we get set for the 4A championship game. Belle Vernon and Montour set to get going here as we will see the Montour Spartans take the field. Bring you into our view from center field. The game camera there, you'll see that throughout. Good view of the at-bat. Bobby to my left here will be following the action when the ball is put in play. Of course, we're happy to bring this to you. Usually working for greensports.net today. We will have our 1A Carmichael's broadcast on greensports.net and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. These bookend games, the first one here and then the 6A game at 4:45 slated. Those will be Trib Live High School Sports Network only as we bring it to you here from California.
Jason, our umpires for today for this first game. Man behind home plate, Mr. Bond Davis. In the field, it's Michael Manns, Ed Marco, and Henry Frengel. You can see starting pitcher Caitlin Molitaris, senior, out there in the circle right now.
She'll get ready to face Alexa Daniels, Gracie Sokol, and Marin Medikosh from Belle Vernon here to get things started in the top of the first inning.
Down there at first base, you mentioned her, Haley McLaughlin, formerly Bashada. She knows she's very familiar in this setting. Not only was she a standout at Belle Vernon, graduated 2013, she was also a member of the then Cal U Vulcans softball team. And, of course, coaching at third base is Tom Rodriguez.
We are set to go as Alexa Daniels steps in from the right side of the plate to face the righty Molitaris, and it's a first pitch ball.
When Montour, those all black unis, they'll be searching. They're not going to be too anxious to get out of the dugout.
They'll be looking for some shade for sure today. Right. It's going to be hot. 1-0 pitch. Called strike on the inside corner, and it counts 1-1.
Got more buses pulling in from the Montour School District, just beyond first base.
That one inside almost catches the back foot of Daniels. Count 2-1 here to get things started. Get to that Montour defense here in just a moment. Kicks and deals here, and this is popped into foul territory. 2-2 the count. Nobody wearing a light color today. Belle Vernon, you wearing the dark green unis as well. Here's the 2-2 from Molitaris. Up high, and the count runs full to our first batter of the ball game.
Now on a hot day like this, I'm sure Molitaris and really both pitchers, they'll be looking to work quick.
I'm not sure what this is regarding. The coach from Montour is coming out and talking to the home plate umpire.
And now heading out to talk to Molitaris.
Certainly early for a conference.
You wonder if there was any sort of warning about her delivery?
Possibly.
Umpires have certainly become more lenient in terms of the crow hop and things of that nature.
Well, the funny thing is you don't see it all year, and then sometimes in this type of a game you will see it called.
Oh, absolutely. They bring in the best of the best with the umpires.
So we have a payoff pitch coming from Molitaris here to the first batter, Daniels. And that's going to hit Daniels, and she will reach on the hit batsman and head on down to first base with a little bit of a hobble.
She felt it, that's for sure, but for the Leopards, they do get their leadoff hitter on and now trying to walk that off. And you just wonder if Daniels, the senior left fielder, will be able to stay in.
Yeah, they're going to take a good look because she is hobbled pretty good, and that would be, boy, you'd hate to lose your leadoff hitter in the first at-bat of the ball game.
Yeah, Coach Rodriguez and McLaughlin both down there taking a look.
She says, let's go. Ready to go here is Daniel. So it brings up Gracie Sokol.
Don't have stolen base numbers on either of these teams. It'll be interesting to see if Daniels will be hindered by that shot to look like the ankle.
I have Daniels with no stolen bases. That seems odd, according to these stats given by us. Now that hit the bat. It is a foul ball. Back to the backstop there from Sokol. She squared around the bunt and then brought the bat way up high. That pitch definitely would have been ball one, but she fouled it back.
You almost wonder if she was pulling the bunt back and it just
right,
happened to hit.
It almost looked that way. Here's the 0-1 from Molitoris, showing bunt again, pulling back, and that'll be ball one. 1-1 the count. Defense here, Molitoris inside the circle, Turpek behind the plate. Infield first to third is Hess, Cope, Bardo, and Labry, and then Polo, Arndt, and Staub left to right across the outfield. Showing bunt, whiffing on it. Now a snap throw back to first, and back in there safely, just barely, is Daniels.
Boy, Daniels did not slide initially. She slid kind of late and nearly got tagged up high as she got back.
So the count's 1-2 here to Gracie Sokol. Pitch up high, 2-2.
Sokol, leading hitter for this team at .463. Want to thank head coach Rodriguez for providing us with some statistics on his fantastic season.
And a swing and a miss. There's our first strikeout of the ball game. Sokol goes down swinging for out number one.
And Molitoris has to feel better after that hit batsman to lead things off. Come back with a big strikeout on the two-hitter, Gracie Sokol.
Bring up Marin Medikosh. Medikosh, the starting center fielder, batting from the left side. First lefty we'll see against the righty Molitoris. And the first pitch is in there for strike one.
Medikosh comes in with the third highest batting average at .438 for Belle Vernon.
No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. It's low for ball. Hold on a second. Yeah, 1-1. Checking my score bug there.
Molitoris doesn't appear to be lacking for velocity through these first three batters. She can hum it.
Here's the 1-1. Oh, that didn't miss by much. 2-1.
Looked like maybe just below the knees on number 7 for the green and gold.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. And that gets over the netting, clear back over the concession stand back behind us here. If you're familiar with the layout here, they did some renovations a few years back, but that concession stand's been there for a long, long time.
As long as we've been here.
So is that scoreboard. Been there a long, long time.
And you can see it.
Yeah. 2-2 pitch. Misses low and away, and our second full count of the game here as Medikosh has run the count full on Molitoris.
Lady Vulcans, national champions, 1998. Commemorated beside the scoreboard here at Lilly Field.
Payoff pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. 3-2.
That one makes it to the woods.
Get a look there at Daniels at first base. 1 away and a full count pitch coming from Molitoris. Here's the pitch. Just missing for ball 4. And Belle Vernon will have two aboard with 1 out. Both free passes.
Correct.
So the batter will be Mia Zubovic. Cleanup hitter with a chance to do some damage here in the first inning. Check swing, holds back, but it's a called strike anyway.
Sophomore backstopper.
Who you got out there?
I believe that's Montour.
Lining the fence.
No, that might be Belle Vernon. The K is what's throwing me off.
And this one's down the line in right, and it will fall foul. And out in front here, 0-2 is Molitoris.
I think it's Belle Vernon. It's a great view up here, but it is hard to see out in the outfield.
That's true. We are atop the third base dugout, both Bobby and I. Pitch up high, and certainly has some room in the count to work with. Now 1-2 to Zubovic. You say the Zubovics are sisters, right? And the
Zubovics
Sokals are cousins?
Correct. So it's a family affair at Belle Vernon.
The 1-2 taken low and in. Count now 2-2, and certainly they're making Molitoris work in this top of the first, if nothing else.
Yeah, we don't have a pitch count working on Molitoris, but she's well into the 20s by this point.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this is a little flare over shortstop and down for a hit. They're going to hold the runner at third, but is she safe? First of all, still a force play at third. They had to hold up. That ball from here looked like it was going to get down for sure, but the base runners were not sure. Held up, and just getting in safely to third is Daniels to load the bases on the single from Zubovic.
Gia Labrie, attention to detail there, tried to steal an out. As soon as Daniels started to stand up, I guess she didn't call time. And now the bases are full. We're going to get a runner at first.
Number 1, right?
Yep.
That's Bella Williams running for the catcher, courtesy for the catcher. Williams at first base.
And Jason, we've been talking about the pitch count a little bit. Don't forget that the only out recorded for Montour was a strikeout, and it was deep in the count.
Yes. And a pop-up down the line here in left, and just lands a foot foul for Lauren Van Divner. It's strike 1. Boy, that would have been trouble if that landed fair.
That was no man's land, to be sure. No chance between Bartow. I don't know what the argument is.
It was clearly a foul ball. That's just what it was.
We found the Belle Vernon football team, that's for sure.
The 0-1.
Boy, I'll tell you what, home plate umpire Bon Davis from up here, and obviously we're at an awkward angle. He does not have a very wide strike zone.
Agreed.
Here early on.
1 ball and 1 strike here to Van Divner. Bases full of Leopards in this top of the first inning. Takes ball 2.
And again, we know this is a Belle Vernon team that can score against the best as they mercy ruled Elizabeth Forward, the number 1 seed in this 4A tournament.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Count goes to 2-2. You get the feeling that, despite the bases loaded here with just 1 out, now you got 2 strikes on Van Divner. The only out you mentioned was a strikeout. You get the feeling maybe Molitoris could still get out of this thing just with a couple of strikeouts.
Right. Or at least start with Van Divner.
Here's the 2-2. And this is a line drive, soft liner that hits just behind second base. RBI single. They're going to send home a second runner as well. And it's 2-0 Belle Vernon. 2-run single from Lauren Van Divner.
Gotta love the aggressive running decisions early from Belle Vernon. Bases loaded, 1 out. Later in the game, you likely don't send that runner, but try to get out to that big early lead.
Trying to get a big first inning going here. 2 runs in and still 2 on with just 1 out. As Daniels and Medikosh both come in to score on the Van Divner single.
Infield meeting in the circle breaks up.
Ava Zubovic, the batter. She's the starting shortstop and the 6th hitter in this Belle Vernon lineup. Back-to-back singles for the Leopards for Zubovic and Van Divner. Mia Zubovic, that is, who stands at second base.
And, Jason, you talked about how big it would have been to get that strikeout. First big battle goes to Belle Vernon, and you still have a runner in scoring position, 2 total. Little bleeder gets through here, or if Molitoris continues to struggle with the control, things could get out of hand early for Montour.
Count is 0-1 on Ava Zubovic after the foul ball. She swings through this one for strike 2. Look over there at first base, Coach.
Coach McLaughlin, formerly Bashada.
No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Got a piece to stay alive. Foul ball. Wasn't sure if she actually hit it or just hit off the catcher's mitt, but they do rule dead ball, foul ball.
Now the Coach Rodriguez over here, not happy with his runner at second that she didn't at least push it. Now was ruled a foul ball.
Right. Maybe she didn't like the reaction.
Right.
Would have had to go back anyway. Here's the 0-2. Popped up behind home plate, and that will get out of play. No balls and 2 strikes on Zubovic. Melatoris kicks and deals. Inside.
No, called.
Called.
Strike 3 at the knees.
Boy, the way she backed out. So strike 3 called is the second out of this first inning. And Zubovic and the Leopards were not thrilled with that call.
Well, you just wonder, again, we're at a bit of an awkward angle, but for how tightly the strike zone has been called.
Right.
Maybe a bit of a outlier on that call.
Talia Ross, the batter, swings through the first offering. Strike 1 to the designated player from Belle Vernon. Ross hits for the flex player Sydney Calloway in this batting order. And bats here from the left side. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And that is right there for strike 2.
And again, Molatoris, if you can get out of here with just the 2 runs. That is Montour in right field. I apologize. We get a look at them.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing called, strike 3. And that will retire the side. Belle Vernon, though, strikes first in the first inning with 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left on. We've played a half inning. It is Belle Vernon 2, Montour coming to bat. Here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, this is the WPIAL Softball Championships presented by First National Bank. First National Bank is a proud sponsor, proud corporate partner, and the official bank of the WPIAL. With approximately 340 office locations across 7 states, FNB provides free financial education and resources to high school students. You can learn more about financial education by visiting our website at fnb-online.com/learn. FNB, member FDIC. See the graphic there with the login information as we get set here for the bottom of the first inning. Belle Vernon got out to the early 2-0 lead, and now they will take the field for the first time.
A very back and forth. A lot happened in one half inning, so it's not surprised that it took 20 minutes to complete.
Mia Arndt, first batter here for Montour to face the pitcher Kolowitz.
And this is a very vocal Montour dugout.
Olivia Kolowitz, the pitcher here for Belle Vernon. Her first delivery to Arndt is in there for strike 1. Happy to have you along here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Jason Tennant, Bobby Fox. Game 1 of 3 here today. 3 more tomorrow. Our good friend Randy Gore will be in charge of those broadcasts.
Randy Gore was kind of picking up some technical advisor minutes this morning.
I appreciated the help this morning for sure. The ball and a strike to Arndt. Ball 2 as that one's high and away. Arndt, Labrie, and Polo are due up here for Montour in this bottom of the first inning. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And a fly ball into right center field. Right fielder Callaway is able to pull it in for out number 1.
And much different from that top of the first. Good efficient start for the Belle Vernon defense.
So the batter, Gia Labrie. It is Labrie, right?
Yep.
Am I getting that right? Batting from the right side here with bases empty and 1 away.
Jason, kind of an interesting note on these two teams after this pitch. Both these teams, obviously, outstanding seasons. Neither of them section champions. Both
Right.
section runner-ups, and they beat the teams ahead of them in their semifinal rounds.
Yeah, that's odd that it would happen for both teams for sure. Here's the 1-0. Takes strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a liner into right field and down the line. 1 out single here for Labrie.
Good hard shot. Right down the line. And the Spartans with their first base runner.
Brings up their 3-hitter, Avery Polo. Polo batting from the right side here against the righty Kolowitz. Kolowitz deals. Called strike. Kolowitz inside the circle. Zubovic behind the plate. Infield first to third is Sokol. Sokol, Zubovic, and Van Divner. Outfield left to right is Daniels, Medikosh, and Callaway. And just to clarify for you, it's Gracie Sokol at first. It is Katie Sokol at second. The catcher is Mia Zubovic. And the other Zubovic is shortstop Ava.
You're not going to have to remember nearly as many last names as you used to.
Definitely not.
Don't know if this was, I'm assuming this was intentional. Looks like a whiteout.
Yes, it does.
For
Out there
Montour.
beyond the right field fence. 1 ball, 1 strike to Polo. Here's the pitch. Check swing, and it's a ball. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Polo. Here's the pitch. Little pop up into left field. Could be trouble, and it is down for a base hit in front of Daniels. Back-to-back singles for Montour from Labrie and Polo.
So the Spartans finding their stroke here at the dish.
Batter is Jana Hess, first baseman for Montour. As the tying run already on board here at first base.
Head coach Ken Kutchman coaches third for the Spartans. Assistant coach Mike Kapp down there at first.
First pitch strike to Hess.
Well, how does our good friend Rusty Pettit do this? There's a lot of moving parts.
No balls. You'll get the hang of it. You got 3 games to practice.
True.
Fouled off 0-2.
Not a bad crowd for the middle of the day here at Lilly Field. Of course, likely the biggest benefactor of where they ended up in terms of time of day will be that 6A game with Seneca Valley and Hempfield.
Well, Flair that just got over the fence there beyond the first base dugout. People ducking out of the way. Count stays 0-2 here to Jana Hess. 2 on, 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Montour looking to counter that 2 spot set by Belle Vernon in the top half of the inning. Ground ball foul, third base side. We'll do it again at 0-2.
You know, Jason, something we haven't seen here early on, especially from Montour. Now, again, it's early, But in softball, so often you get that base runner on, especially if you're in a deficit. There's at least an attempt to bunt. We've really only seen it out of Belle Vernon. That was early on. Nothing out of Montour. They look like they are dedicated to swinging away.
Just missing there. Now 1-2 on Hess. Shania Cope waits on deck for the Spartans. And here's the pitch. Up high, ball 2.
A good snag from catcher Mia Zabovic. Keep that one from going to the backstop and allowing both runners to move up.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Another pop foul out of play. That's going to hit over on the batting cages over on the right side. That might be bullpen area, whatever it is. This batting cage is out in left. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jana Hess, who's fouled off several pitches here in this at-bat. Two. And a flare into right field. This was going to stay up long enough to get to Callaway. Tagging from second as the throw goes to first. Labrie gets over there to third base tagging. They tried to get Polo back at first base on a double play, but she's able to slide back in safely. And there's 2 away with the fly out of Hess. So the batter now, Shania Cope.
By the way, that is Seton Hill SID Jason Green on the PA call today.
Oh, okay.
Making the trip from Greensburg.
I assumed it was Kiefer over there.
I believe Mr. Kiefer is taking the day off.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Okay.
Sports Information Director at Penn West at Cal.
Runners at the corners here for Shania Cope with 2 away. First pitch strike. Here's the 0-1 coming from Kolowitz. 1-1. Rather lengthy first inning here, Mr. Fox.
Yes, it is. Well, and with the way it started with just a 2 or 3 pitch first out, thought we might move into the second a little quicker. I'll get the umbrella back up.
Oh, I thought maybe you just ripped it off.
It's just kind of getting in the way of the panner.
Line drive in deep to center, and it's over the center fielder's head. Medikosh goes back to the fence to retrieve it, but this will bring home 2 with a 2-run double to tie the game for Shania Cope.
What a big hit from the bottom half of your order. Belle Vernon feeling great after picking up those 2 runs. And Sparty showing they didn't just come here to lay down after that rough top of the first. And now the black and gold tying it up against the green and gold.
Shania Cope ties the ball game up here at 2. As Polo comes all the way around from first to score on that double. And now Caitlin Molatoras looks to help out her own cause here. Takes ball 1. She's got a chance to drive in a go-ahead run with that runner Cope out there at second base in scoring position.
Molatoras, 6-hitter. Her battery mate Danielle Turpak waits on deck.
Here's the 1-0. And a little dribbler toward third. Van Divner's got to hurry. The throw just in time to get her there at first base. And that will retire the side with the 5-3 put out. But it's a tie ball game with 2 runs from Montour coming on 3 hits. No errors and 1 left on. We've played 1 It is tied at 2 here from Penn West University of California. This is the 4A WPIAL Championship game presented by First National Bank.
Count on JD Enterprises for all your water hauling and construction needs. Filling a swimming pool? Got a big construction project? JD Enterprises should be your next call. With their construction and excavation division, Higgins Hauling, JD Enterprises specializes in concrete work, garages, buildings, decks, and general contracting. Offering unmatched trucking and construction services to the tri-state area, the team at JD Enterprises brings over 30 years of experience in the industry. JD Enterprises in Waynesburg, 724-852-4488.
Just in time for the top of the second inning here, as it will be Olivia Kolowitz stepping up to the plate, and she fouls the first pitch back. Kolowitz looking to help out her own cause now, the pitching opponent of Molotouris. And we are tied at 2, both teams getting the offense going in the first inning.
Over a half hour first inning.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Yeah, I mean, typically with some of these softball games, time flies. But keep that in mind for the games coming up. A little early to say, but you might have some different start times to the later games as this pitch misses for a ball. 1-2 the count here to Kolowitz.
There is a fan down by the Montour dugout who has got some tremendous signs. You can probably pick her up in the wide shots.
And a fly ball into center field, and right there to get it is Arndt for out number 1.
And a much smoother start this inning for Montour. What I was saying was she has some tremendously creative signage. I just don't know if I'm allowed to put them on the camera. There's some creative wordplay going on.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll have to try to catch that.
Or not. I don't know how much our bosses at Triple Live would appreciate that.
Katie Sokol, the batter, ground ball to second. Cope up with it. Easy play over to first, and quickly 2 away. As now Belle Vernon has gotten through the order, and we'll go back to the top with Alexa Daniels here with the bases empty and 2 away in the second inning.
Looks like Carmichael's has arrived for its game 2 of today's triple-header. I'm sure the defending champion Union Scotties will be not too far behind.
Daniels.
That one goes right off the face mask of Bon Davis, the home plate umpire.
Catcher Turpak going to come out and give the umpire a little bit of time.
Coach Rodriguez going to check on Bon Davis. Give him a second.
Daniels was hit by a pitch and scored the game's first run just last inning.
He got hit in the ankle and looked in a lot of pain going down to first, but stuck it out.
Swing and a miss, and she falls behind here 0-2. That swing did not look pretty.
Well, and laughing it off in a big way is Daniels. You can see the smile from up here looking down at Coach Rodriguez.
Here's the 0-2, and that just misses. As Kolowitz is still looking for a clean second inning here. Or, excuse me, Molotouris. Looking for a clean second inning. Here's the 1-2. And a ground ball foul will do it again.
Well, there's got to be a lot of pressure off of Molotouris after the offense was able to bail her out with those 2 runs. And even though we're still tied up, has to be good to know that your offense has your back if things don't go the way you want.
1-2 is fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Here's the pitch. Up high.
And there is the illegal pitch call on Molotouris.
Pitch was a ball regardless. Two balls, two strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. A lot of foul balls from this Belle Vernon team.
Molotouris, one strikeout in that top of the first, correct?
No, she had 3.
Oh, never mind.
Back-to-back looking strikeouts to end the inning. Here's the 2-2. Popped up in the infield. Second baseman Cope will call for to make the catch, and that will retire the side. Down in order goes Belle Vernon in the top of the second. We played an inning and a half, tied at 2. The WPIAL Championship here sponsored by First National Bank. First National Bank is a proud corporate partner and the official bank of the WPIAL with approximately 340 office locations across 7 states. FNB provides free financial education and resources to high school students. You can learn more about financial education by visiting the website at fnb-online.com/learn. FNB member FDIC. Bring you to the bottom of the second inning here, and it's Danielle Turpak to lead things off for Montour, facing Kolowitz.
There's something we're used to at softball games. Yep. The coordinated cheers.
And this is ripped into right center field and gets past right fielder Callaway to the fence. Heading for second base, stopping there with a stand-up leadoff double, and the first pitch she saw is Danielle Turpak.
Another good start for Montour. Turpak saw something she liked, just drove it into right center field.
Turpak, the catcher, looks like she may be getting a runner here. Number 4, is that right?
Yes.
Ava Bartell. Going to be your courtesy runner for the catcher. So Bartell out there at second base. Haley Staub to the plate. Bottom third of the order due up this inning, but obviously with that double, likely we will see the top of the order here for Montour come back to the plate in the second inning.
And now we're going to have an umpire meeting here.
I wonder if this has to do with the substitution, but it should be pretty straightforward.
One would think.
Oh.
I think they appealed she missed first. Yep.
Okay.
Now we'll see, as you're getting deeper into that Montour lineup, if the bunt will come into play here. Try to get that go-ahead run one more base closer.
Haley Staub takes ball 1.
Not showing bunt. Well, if we really wanted to, not that I would do it, we could look right down onto Coach Kutchman's play sheet.
Oh, yeah. We get those signals.
That's right. There's the bunt try.
Fouled back for a strike. 1-1 the count here to Haley Staub. Here's the pitch. Showing bunt again, pulling back. It's a ball. 2-1 the count to Staub. Runner at second, nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Montour looking to go ahead for the first time here. Here's the 2-1. Called strike. 2-2. Kolowitz did not have a strikeout in the first inning.
Well, and you're seeing the bunt sign go on and off here during this at bat. Time called for and honored for Haley Staub. One of back-to-back freshmen at the bottom part of this Montour order.
2-2 pitch. Lined and down the line, just foul. You can see that hit about a foot or two on the wrong side of the stripe down there.
I'll tell you what, Ava Bartell, the freshman, she was scoring easily.
Oh, yes.
If that stayed fair, she was halfway up the line between third and a home before she was called back.
Extra bases written all over to Vetland's foul.
Yes, it
fair,
did.
Excuse me. Staub with a 2-2 count. Grounds another one foul. Anybody keeping track of total foul balls in this game so far?
Only the individuals keeping track of game balls, I'll bet.
There has been a bunch.
Go ask our good friend Scott Moore. Maybe that's something he's doing down there.
He's probably got the box of balls down there.
That's right. Longtime member of the, what's his title? The championship committee? Softball committee?
Softball, yeah.
Poobahs.
Steering committee, isn't it?
That's probably
steering committee.
That sounds official.
Another full count. We've seen a few of those in this game already as well. Full count here to Haley Staub, who fell behind early in the count. Now has worked it full. Payoff pitch coming here from Kolowitz. And that misses. Ball 4. Trotting down to first to Staub.
Well, you can just feel how much the momentum has shifted from that top of the first where it seemed like Belle Vernon could do whatever they wanted to now 2 on, nobody out, score tied 2-2, and Montour is coming off a 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, and you came out, if you're Belle Vernon, Montour, you come out here and you have your 7 and 8 hitters lead off the inning, both on base. You know, you got Delaney Bardo coming up now out of the 9 hole. She reaches base, and now you've got the top of the order coming up with still nobody out.
One positive is that you have at least put the force play into the equation at third and a double play ball, whereas when you had that open base at first following the leadoff double, it was a little dicier.
So the batter, Delaney Bardo, steps to the plate for the first time here. She's the 9 hitter as they get through their order for the first time. Kolowitz checks the wristband. She's set. Here comes the pitch. Showing bunt, lays it down. Kolowitz fields, throws on to first to get the out there. But the sacrifice works as it is intended. Both runners advancing into scoring position. Is that 1-3 or 1-4?
I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention. I think it was 1-4.
So 2 runners into scoring position here with 1 away. And the batter is the leadoff hitter. Top of the order, that is. Mia Arndt flew out to right field first time up. Chance to do some damage here with 2 in scoring position. And she rips one through the middle for a base hit. This will send home 2. 2-run single for Mia Arndt. And Montour takes a 4-2 lead.
Boy, everything going perfectly to plan. Pardon me, for Montour. Get those first 2 batters on, bunt them over, and then the big hit to make it 4-2. And Coach Rodriguez, he got to make a pitching change already. Nope, going behind the plate to his umpire, to the umpire, I should say.
They are making a sub of some kind here.
Yep. See what the change is. Nothing yet.
What could
There's the change.
Okay, there we go.
Emerging from the dugout. It's number 37,
This is gonna be a
Talia
pitching
Ross.
change.
Yep, the junior.
Ross had been the designated player in the batting order. She'll get a chance to get some warm-up pitches in, but that's going to spell the end for Kolowitz.
And Jason, not to foreshadow or try to predict what we're going to see later on in this day, but both matchups ahead of us, 1A and 6A, there's a lot of storylines with the pitching in terms of how good it's been.
Right.
This opener has been all about hitting, as these two teams have already combined for 7 hits, but Montour, 5 of the 7 already. There's only 1 out on the board, and they still have a runner in scoring position.
Going to see a lefty pitcher, too. Change up here from the righty Kolowitz. And then you have to wonder what this does to the batting order. Are they allowed and this is just, catching up with these flex rules and so on and so forth. Could Kolowitz take over the position of designated player? I'm not sure. Or will Sydney Callaway go into bat? I don't know we'll just have to wait.
That's a good question.
Keep an eye on how that will affect the batting order, because she was the designated player. And I'm not sure if somebody else could fill that role after the fact. First pitch ball to Gia Labrie.
And I apologize. I said Arndt was in scoring position. She stands at first.
Right.
Following the 2-run hit.
There's the 1-0. Taken for a strike. 1-1. Still just 1 away here in this second inning. Still can't get this right. Labrie or Labrie? What did you find out?
Labrie.
Thank you. Don't know why I'm struggling with that one. Here's the 1-1. Missing. 2-1.
The last thing Ross wants to do coming fresh off the bench into the circle is to walk this leadoff hitter in Labrie. Her leadoff hitter, Labrie.
Labrie singled and scored last inning. Here's the pitch. Jam shot off the handle. It lands in foul territory for strike 2. Two count. Fouled off. We'll do it again at 2-2.
That foul ball, Jason, kind of highlights one of the major changes over the years since we've been here. Much larger dugouts. So I remember when about my first time I was here was about, she's still in the lineup, about 16, 17 years ago. They were low enough I was able to climb on top and do some photography from down there.
Right.
Now, according to the Belle Vernon dugout, Kolowitz is still in the lineup.
So if that's the case, then she has to be taking over the DP role.
Correct.
Popped up and stayed in the air, but then kicked foul. Thought maybe Zubovic was going to have a chance to get out to snag that before it hit in front of home plate. Once it did, it kicked back into foul territory. Count stays 2-2.
And that makes sense because both Kolowitz and Ross are listed as pitchers/DPs. And I know in college, especially in the baseball ranks, you can list pitchers as pitchers/DHs. So if they come off the mound, they can still bat.
Right.
So that makes sense.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And it's a shot right into the glove of Ross. She'll throw on to first, and she realized a little late, but she does get the double play. Picking Arndt off of first base. Ross snagged the line drive right back up the middle. She didn't realize right away, but still had time to throw on to first and get Arndt for the double play. So the inning will end there with Ross only facing one batter. but there's 2 more runs scored for Montour, and they do that on a couple of hits. No errors and nobody left on base. We have played 2. It is Belle Vernon 4 and Montour 2 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. This is presented by First National Bank.
10 Mile is celebrating 15 years of proudly serving Greene County and the tri-state area. Certified in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia, 10 Mile specializes in road construction, asphalt paving, large excavation, pipeline, utility work, and heavy haul trucking. Proudly servicing coal mines and the natural gas industry, and also involved in many municipal projects. And yes, they still do residential paving. So if you're looking for an experienced, proven, highly qualified contractor for your next project, or if you're looking for possible employment, visit 10mile.us or call 724-263-6000.
We go to the top of the 3rd inning here. It is the 2-3-4 spot due up for Belle Vernon. Gracie Sokol, Marin Medikosh, and Mia Zubovic here to face Molatoris. First pitch is fouled back out of play.
And Jason, as this tournament and the baseball championships as well, sponsored by the Pittsburgh Pirates, Pirate Parrot making his way into Lilly Field.
Sorry, we had to score backwards there. Montour leading 4-2. Fly ball and into right field. The catch is made by Staub for the first out. Apologize there. My score bug was backwards. Montour has the 4-2 lead, and the quick first out here from Gracie Sokol out there to Staub to right field, and there's one away. Marin Medikosh, the batter, lefty, walked and scored first time up and looks at ball 1 here.
I think I heard home plate umpire call that one illegal as well. I will try to keep an ear out for that. That would have been the second one we've heard.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-1 here to Medikosh. Well, since Molatoris gave up those back-to-back singles, which is where the runs were scored in the first inning, she has not allowed another base runner.
And you jinxed her.
Fly ball deep to right. Look at the snag out there by Staub.
Now, the pitch was called illegal.
Oh, okay.
So I believe she'll come back and
Just
hit
gonna
again,
be a ball,
won't she?
then, if that's the case.
That's what Coach Rodriguez is talking. Yep, she's coming right back. So take away that gold glove type play and right.
Wow. Illegal pitch. And Medikosh had rounded second base. She was off to the races, and obviously she would have been out with that fantastic catch out there by Staub, but she had run all the way around second, now comes back with a 2-1 count. And it's 3-1. So the illegal pitch, a big deal because it erases that out. And a fine catch out there in right.
Well, now your count runs to 3-1. Could get a base runner out of this.
And there is ball 4. Ooh, what a turn of events. You go from bases empty, 2 out, to having that illegal pitch called, and now you've got a base runner at first and 1 out. And Mia Zubovic, the cleanup hitter, to the plate. Zubovic singled her last time up.
Boy, not to come off too harsh either, but Molatoris is kind of being her own worst enemy this inning. That's 2 illegal pitches in just this half inning.
And this one is laced into center field and down for a base hit. Zubovic 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, moves Medikosh into scoring position at second.
And again, that runner is not in scoring position if everything else goes the same without that illegal pitch.
Right.
There's the Parrot.
Pirate Parrot, that's right. Pirates are sponsoring baseball and softball playoffs this year. Going to have a runner out there. That is number 1. That's Williams again, running for Zubovic, courtesy for the catcher.
Wonder if the Parrot will naturally migrate, no pun intended, towards Montour since they wear the same colors.
I can see that.
Although the Parrot is green.
It's true.
Boy, if our lines are this bad in the first game, what's it going to look like by game 3?
2 on, 1 out here for Lauren Van Divner. Ball 1.
Trying to keep an eye on Molotouris on what the illegal move is.
Usually it's some kind of a crow hop.
Right.
Here's the 1-0. Taken low for ball 2.
Good-looking pitch from Molotouris.
Pirate Parrot over there getting some photos. This pitch gets away from the catcher Turpak, and both runners are going to advance on the wild pitch, and it's now 3-0.
And again, and you wonder, is this in Molotouris' head now? After that, is she more worried about her footwork than just going through her typical routine?
Van Divner getting some advice from the third base coach. Van Divner has both RBIs for Belle Vernon in the ballgame. 2-run single in the first. Drove home Daniels and Metikosh. Has a chance to drive home Metikosh again here. She stands at third.
And with the runner, with the base open down at first, you just walk Van Divner to get to Zubovic, pardon me.
3-0 is the count. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Third baseman Labrie will make the catch. 2 away.
And momentum swings back to Montour with that big out on a 3-0 pitch.
Yeah. Apparently, she was given the green light, even had a conversation with the coach prior to that pitch, and gives Montour an easy out, and now you've got 2 away. Still those 2 runners in scoring position now for Ava Zubovic, and Ava Zubovic struck out looking first time up. Here's the pitch. Called strike on the inside corner.
There have not been too many of those called strikes. But to be honest, home plate umpire Bon Davis has been calling it that way both sides.
He has. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball in through past a diving Cope at second base, and both runners going to come home and score. It is a 2-run single for Ava Zubovic to tie it up at 4. Some clutch hitting out of this Belle Vernon lineup. They had the 2-run single from Lauren Van Divner, now the 2-run single from Ava Zubovic, and we are tied up at 4.
And that one, of course, with 2 outs.
Yep. Now it's Talia Ross, the batter, who is now the pitcher. And that's big news for her to get this game tied up as well. She'll be the pitcher of record now.
Well, and Ross made a big impact coming in. That line drive double play ball that she wasn't even aware was a thing.
Right. 0-2 the count to Ross. But when she goes back inside the circle, she'll go from being down 2 to tied up.
Long look down to third base with Coach Rodriguez for Ross.
Ground ball down the line, and that's foul past the third base bag. Count stays 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Molotouris with the pitch. Taken up high, 1-2.
Corner infielders staying pretty even with their respective bases. Middle infielders also at standard depth.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, half-hearted swing. It is a strikeout, the second in as many tries for Talia Ross. But the game is tied with 2 runs coming in for Belle Vernon on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on. We've played 2.5. We are tied at 4. The 4A WPIAL Championship game presented by First National Bank.
The legendary Jacktown Fair returns for its 158th edition, July 18th through the 22nd in Wind Ridge. Join in all the traditional fair events, including ATV, UTV dirt drags, truck and tractor pull, hardcore demolition derby, plus the parade, livestock exhibits and shows, live music, home and garden exhibits, wood carving, bingo, auction, and of course the Midway with amusement rides and games. Great food, great family, and great friends. Come make great memories at the legendary Jacktown Fair. Find them on Facebook or visit jacktownfair.org.
First National Bank, proud corporate partner in the official bank of the WPIAL. Approximately 340 office locations across 7 states. FNB provides free financial education and resources to high school students. You can learn more about financial education by visiting our website, fnb-online.com/learn. FNB, member FDIC.
Tell you what, Jason, there's been a nice cool breeze blowing over the last inning and a half. It's really taken a lot of the sting out of the heat.
Yeah.
And Belle Vernon got their bats heated back up.
They did
Top
indeed.
Of the third with a couple of runs.
And now we'll see Ross get a little more work here as she only faced one batter to get a double play to close out the bottom of the second. Now bottom of the third, she'll face Montour's Polo, Hess, and Cope. Due up here in this third inning. And the first pitch hits Polo, and the question is, did it hit the
knob?
bat? Yes. Foul ball.
And no argument.
No.
From either batter or head coach Ken Kutchman handling the duties at third.
Avery Polo has an 0-1 count. Ross, the lefty. So it's a different look for this Montour lineup as they face a lefty now, and swinging through that one for strike 2 is Polo.
Got the march of the Mikes from Carmichael's. Heading over to start warming up for game 2 of our doubleheader. The Mikes facing the defending WPIAL champions from Union.
Check swing, ball 1.
Union's built up quite a history with Greene County over the last few years.
Yeah, they played West Greene a bunch of times.
Yep.
Not only in the championship game, they played them in earlier rounds too. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout of a Montour batter.
Wow. Yeah, these Spartans, they're a good hitting team. And it's not like it's been a lot of moonshots. It's just good hitting, going with the pitches. But they haven't been, seeing eye bleeders or anything. They've been well hit.
Jana Hess, the batter, 0 for 1 today. She flew out to right field in her first at-bat. Looks at ball 1 here.
5 hits, so at least 1 hit in each inning, obviously, for Montour, as they put up 2 in the first, 2 in the second.
Here's the pitch. Called, strike 1. 1-1 to Jana Hess.
So correct me if I'm wrong. This is the third batter faced by Ross.
It is.
And she's already gotten 3 outs.
That's true. Pretty impressive, right?
That's pretty efficient.
2-1 the count here to Hess. And Ross kind of shaking the left arm out. Hopefully.
Which is not good because she's a left-handed pitcher.
She's only, like you said, only going to face her third batter. Hopefully she's not suffered any kind of a setback there. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Looked good on that pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes to Hess. Here's the pitch. And that misses. Full count. First one of these for Ross.
Ross is a little fidgety in the circle, isn't she?
I would agree with that.
Not being negative about it, but she's very active.
Payoff pitch coming from Talia Ross here to Jana Hess. Called strike 3, back-to-back Ks to start the third inning.
Talia Ross comes in, gets the big double play, back-to-back strikeouts. And Belle Vernon looking for its first 1-2-3 inning of the game.
Shania Cope to the plate.
It's also hard to believe we're only in the bottom of the third.
I know, this game is
this has been a
not moving.
No.
First pitch strike here to Shania Cope. Cope had the 2-run double in the first inning.
And this may sound simple, but honestly what Ross has done best out of the 3 pitchers, she's just finding the strike zone.
Yep.
She's not putting together long at bats. Just pounding the zone.
Here's the 0-1. Fouls it back, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Cope. Here's the pitch. Up high, 1-2.
Looks like Union has arrived. The Scotties looking to defend their WPIAL title.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Fouled back. Stays 1-2 here to Shania Cope.
Kind of see them through the fence and the press box back there, exiting the bus.
It's a darker uniform, isn't it?
Boy, it is.
For Union.
Well, the dark blue is Carmichael's.
1-2 popped up and out of play.
See if there's a couple of the Scotties. We can get a better look at them. There they are. See the light blue and
I
white.
gotcha. There we go. That looks a little more like it.
When you're the champs, you can be not late, but you don't have to show up so early.
Fashionably late. I don't think they're going to worry about that game starting on time anyway.
No, they got plenty of time.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Ross. Skips it in, 2-2.
Tell you what, nice job by Cope keeping this at-bat alive, as it looked like Ross was just going to cruise through this bottom of the third.
Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fly ball. Left field. And into the corner it goes. Hustling at second base is Shania Cope. Her second double of the ball game comes here with 2 outs in the third.
And Shania Cope does extend this bottom of the third. And that now makes 5 half innings out of the 6 we've seen, 5+, with at least 1 hit.
Yes.
Between these 2 teams.
Yes, just the one time Belle Vernon was shut down in order in the second.
That's also the only half inning we haven't had a run scored, depending on what happens here in the bottom of the third.
Caitlin Molitor's grounded out first time up, and she pops this one up left side. Look out, trouble here, and nobody makes the play. The runner was in the area as well, as coming to third was Cope. Van Divner, the third baseman, kind of let it go for the shortstop Zubovic, and Zubovic took her eye off the ball. Didn't make the catch. And that's got to go as an E6, doesn't it?
I would say so, yeah.
Right there to make the play.
We also have a runner at first from Montour. That's Emma DePhilip, freshman.
Okay.
Number 6. Seen a lot of freshmen getting involved in this game early. Oh, he says 5. I thought it was 6.
Yeah, it looked like 6 to me as well.
Maybe not.
Oh, yeah, it is 5. Okay, so it's not DePhillip. It is Brianna LaMarca.
That's how you can tell we're getting old.
That's right. So LaMarca running it first for the pitcher, Molatoris. Now Danielle Turpak, who doubled last time, has a chance to do damage here. Pitch up high for ball 1. Of course, she doubled off of the starting pitcher, Kolowitz. This is her first time facing Ross. That didn't have any effect on Cope, though. She's got 2 doubles, 1 against each pitcher. Here's the 1-0. Outside, 2-0.
So for the first time, Ross in a bit of a jam. See how she handles it. Now I wonder, too, since you keep Ross and Kolowitz in the lineup, can you switch Kolowitz back to the circle?
I would think you could.
Yeah, they're both just DPs and pitchers, right?
Yeah, swing and a miss, 2-1.
Not that Ross has gotten anywhere to where she needs to be pulled.
No, but just hypothetical. Runners at the corners with 2 away here in the bottom of the third as Montour looks to take the lead back from this tie game. The 2-1. Up high, 3-1, and Ross in danger of loading the bases here.
And that's where having a catcher as tall as Zubovic comes in handy, because that one easily could have reached the backstop if not for the nice play by Zubovic. Could have also given up the go-ahead run.
Here's the pitch. Fouled back out of play. Now 3-2 to the batter, Turpak.
There's a better look of the defending 1A champions, the Union Scotties.
Three balls and 2 strikes to Turpak. 2 away. Big spot here for the Montour catcher. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Ross, and Montour strands a couple. 1 hit, no runs, 1 error in the inning. We have played 3. We are tied at 4, and this is the WPIAL Championships presented by First National Bank.
Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
Welcome you back here to Lilly Field, Penn West University at California. And we get set for the top of the 4th inning for Belle Vernon. It'll be 8-9, and then top of the order due up here to try to break this tie. Olivia Kolowitz, who is now the designated player, will lead off. Katie Sokol and Alexa Daniels also due up in this top of the 4th. Kolowitz flew out to center field first time up. This is the exact part of the order that Molatoris shut down in order in the second. And a half-hearted swing there, strike 1. She had a fly out, a ground out, and a pop out in the second inning for these 3 batters. 1-1 the count here to Kolowitz. Low and in for ball 2, 2-1 the count. Two balls, one strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Foul tipped into the glove of Turpak. Both of these catchers. Good height. Helps behind the plate.
2-2 in the dirt for a ball.
Certainly not what you're used to seeing from behind the plate. Catcher's not known for being that tall.
Full count here to Kolowitz. And the payoff pitch. Ground ball. Third baseman Labrie throws over to first for out number 1. Brings up Katie Sokol.
Next up, second baseman Katie Sokol.
Sokol looking to break. Looking to get something started here for Belle Vernon to break up this tie. First pitch strike to Sokol, who grounded out to second her first time up. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And Molatoris gets out in front of Sokol here, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased it up high. 2 away.
Efficient start from Molatoris. See if she can close it down here. Put up her second 1-2-3 inning.
Like I said, if she does it, she will have done it to the same 3 batters as she did in the second. Alexa Daniels, the batter. Bases empty, 2 away here in the top of the 4th. And she fouls this one, and I got it.
Right up there.
We can grab that one for you between innings.
We can help the umpires out. There's your souvenir.
There we go. Oh, and that one caught. Oh, my. That's the second time Daniel's been hit.
But that one's right in the back.
Oh, that one did not look pleasant at all.
She's not happy about it either. Maybe got it right in the hip.
They're looking for that ball.
It might be.
Yeah, go ahead and take it for a second there, sir.
Okay. Still holding on to that left hip is Alexa Daniels, the left fielder for Belle Vernon, senior. It's been a rough day for Daniels, but she's been on base a couple of times, looks okay. Gets a little pat on the helmet from Coach McLaughlin.
Yeah, she was hobbled in the first inning. And now not so much hobbled, just dealing with the, like you said, a pain maybe right around the hip bone there.
She's going to need trainers after the game just for ice for the bruising.
Absolutely.
Between the hip and the ankle.
Gracie Sokol, the batter, she is 0 for 2 today. Struck out and flew out. First pitch here from Molatoris is a called strike.
Molatoris, we mentioned Ross was having a pretty high success rate in finding the strikes on. Molatoris seems to be improving as well. Just pumping the fastball across.
Fly ball into center field. Arndt calling for it. She'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. No hits, no runs, no errors. 1 left on in the top of the 4th. We played 3.5. We're tied at 4. This is the WPIAL 4A Softball Championships on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by First National Bank.
Hi, my name's Mark, and I am a political science major at Seton Hill University. Initially, I came to Seton Hill for pre-law, but loved my poli-sci classes so much, I made it my focus. Ultimately, my goal is to hold political office and make a positive impact on people's lives. For me, it was the faculty, both in my major and out, that made my Seton Hill experience so incredible.
Pirate Parrot entertaining the crowd out there with some T-shirts.
A little shorter throw here, isn't it? In PNC Park.
Doesn't have the cannon.
No. Doesn't even need the cannonball crew to handle this one.
You just hand them out.
Yep. He's winding up.
Having some fun out there and beyond the right field fence. Going to the bottom of the fourth inning here. Tied at 4, and Montour will send Haley Staub to the plate to lead things off. Staub walked and scored her first plate appearance.
Halfway through this one, Jason, we're touching an hour and a half.
I know.
Usually these games are over in an hour and a half.
Pretty close.
A lot of action from this opener.
Lefty Ross into her third inning of work, swing and a miss. Foul tip, actually, back to the screen by Staub. Only the 7th batter faced by Ross.
Big day on the diamond for District 7 as the WPIAL Baseball Championships continue.
Out there in Washington.
By the way, our good friend and co-announcer Brandon Rosseye, the voice of the WPIAL Baseball Championships at Wild Things Park.
2 strikes on the batter, Staub. Staub's first time facing Ross. In fact, Ross could get through this inning without facing a batter she's already faced if she can get them down in order here. Oh, 2 is fouled back. We'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, got that double play ball on the first batter she faced, coming in relief of now designated player Olivia Kolowitz.
That was the 2-hitter. And she could get through this inning with the 8, 9, and 1 if she's able to put them down in order. No 2 is in the dirt for a ball. Good look at the Montour dugout there.
Highly animated Montour.
We apologize. We can't get a camera on the Belle Vernon dugout.
I was just thinking the same thing. Sorry, Belle Vernon. We can't shoot that straight down.
Here's the 1-2. Up high, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Haley Staub. Here's the pitch. And that's a ball, 3-2. And the ball gets away from the pitcher, Ross, no matter, with nobody on base.
Through the fence, Carmichael's Mighty Mikes.
Shot behind us.
Getting ready for the 1A championship game, which will be starting whenever this one gets done.
Payoff pitch. Popped up. Right side. That's going to get out of play over the first base dugout. Stays a full count here. 3-2 to the first hitter this inning, Haley Staub.
And to no one's surprise, we're in a full count.
Definitely no one's surprised.
For the fans who are here, hope their seating is comfortable.
Getting their money's worth today.
Yes, they are.
No doubt about it.
And by the way, we're tied.
Yeah. Payoff pitch from Ross. Swing and a foul ball.
Reaching for that one a bit was Staub, the 8-hitter in the Spartan order. I don't know if you remember, Montour got on the national map. It's been a while ago, about 15 years maybe, when ESPN had
That's right. What was that show called?
I don't know, but Dick Butkus was brought in to be the head football coach.
Yep, I remember that.
Lou Serra.
Ball 4.
Since taking it over, doing a fantastic job. Now also the AD for Montour.
So Staub trots down to first. She's been walked both times she's been up. And Montour has their leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Delaney Bardo comes to the plate. Now Bardo had the sacrifice bunt her first time up. Will she do the same here? In that case, she bunted 2 runners over. She does show bunt. She does lay it down. Pitcher comes up and throws on to the second baseman, Sokol, covering. Sacrifice works again, 1-4, and moves Staub into scoring position.
Just doing your job as the Spartans try to regain the lead here. Arndt
singled and then was doubled off in the second inning on that line drive back to the pitcher. But she does have 2 RBIs to her credit. With her second at bat, a 2-run single. Takes high, ball 1. Runner out there at second base, Haley Staub.
Drew a full count walk. To get on the base paths.
Here's the 1-0. Called strike. One ball, one strike. The pitch popped up and off the netting behind home plate.
Trying to see who this one player is. I believe from Montour, it is Ava Bartel. Do you remember you ever heard of the mascot from St. Joseph in basketball where the mascot will stand there and flap the entire time the game never stops?
I don't think I've heard that story, no.
I think Bartel's job is to dance non-stop.
Nice.
On the bench.
Ball 2.
Look out.
2. Oh, we got a ball that gets away. Now the throw over to third, and safe in there.
That is
Staub.
tremendous heads-up play by Staub. As soon as she saw it get past, took off.
Now, do you charge an error there or just call it a stolen base?
Oh, that's an error because there was no intent to steal.
E2?
Oh, I go E1.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't spot on the letters, but it was definitely catchable.
So now that runner at third base with nobody out. Or 1 out, excuse me. Pitch up high. Another full count. This one to Mia Arndt.
And, Jason, we've already seen several plays, including that illegal pitch thrown by Kolowitz. Now we see a little mental error like that. Put a runner at third with only 1 out. Could lead to a run for Montour.
Payoff pitch from Ross. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's a big strikeout for Ross.
Nice job to bounce back by Talia Ross. Try to strand this runner at third.
Gia Labrie, the batter. She is the batter who lined into that double play last time up. Also has a single to her credit. She's hit the ball hard twice, has Labrie. Just needs to get something out of the through the infield here to give Montour the lead. Ross deals. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Called strike. 1-1 the count. 1-1 pitch. Fouled back. 1-2, and now Ross is a strike away from stranding that runner at third.
This would be the first scoreless full inning we've had today, if Ross can accomplish that feat.
Right. Here's the 1-2. And a ground ball through the middle for a base hit. This will give Montour the lead with an RBI single from Labrie to bring home Staub, and it's 5-4 Spartans.
Good patience. Great plate presence from Montour. They've worked a lot of long counts.
Now batting the left fielder, Avery Polo.
And they've kind of kept that approach despite facing a righty and a lefty. It really hasn't seemed to shake them too much.
Polo 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. She was the first strikeout victim of Ross, 1 of 4.
Spartans now out hitting Belle Vernon 7-4.
Ball 1 to Avery Polo.
The defense has been pretty good in this game as well. Just one error. And that was on... Well, now, wait a minute. Maybe they didn't charge the pitcher with an error.
They may not have.
I think they should have.
I agree.
But if we're going with the official scores, I guess that would be a stolen base.
I mean, it's hard to call it that way, considering.
Well, again, she wasn't committed.
Right.
I think
That's the difference. I agree with you.
I think we're right.
Yeah.
I just think the official score will not list it that way.
Fouled back. Well, we will go with our own scoring.
Okay. Because the other error came on a fly ball on the infield that was mishandled by a shortstop.
What do you got out there?
Is that a one-person cheerleading squad?
Maybe. It might be. 1-2. Pitch up high for a ball. Runner goes, and the throw gets through into center field, but stopping at second base is Labrie with a stolen base.
Something we haven't seen a lot of today is stolen base attempts. Perfect timing, too, after we were just discussing whether or not how that play should be scored.
2-2 to Polo. With Montour getting another runner in scoring position here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to close out the inning. But the Spartans get the lead back. 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error by our count. And 1 runner left on base. We played 4. Montour leads at 5-4. WPIAL Softball Championships on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by First National Bank.
Who better to get your pharmaceutical services from than local familiar faces you can trust? Here at McCracken Pharmacy, we aim to provide just that. Our mission is to take care of you and Greene County. We are a full-service pharmacy that offers an auto refill program that arranges all of the patient's medications so that they are filled at the same time each month. We provide a full line of adult vaccinations, which are available to the general public without appointment. Don't hesitate to use our friendly delivery services, which bring medications to homes all over Greene County. Check out our website at mccrackenpharmacy.com and download our app.
For Belle Vernon here in the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Marin Medikosh, Mia Zubovic, and Lauren Van Divner due up. Molitor is heading into her 5th inning of work here inside the circle for the Montour Spartans, and now she pitches with a lead. Again. Medikosh has been on base twice with 2 walks and scored both times.
Another illegal pitch. Caught on Kolowitz. Bitter before.
Molitoris.
Pardon me, Molitoris.
And Molitoris would do well to at least not issue a free pass to Medicosh. It's resulted in Belle Vernon runs both times. And it's already 2-0.
Well, and Jason, you made a good point earlier about how not all umpires call everything the same, and it hurts pitchers at this point in the year.
Right.
Coaches have to be aware of it and have their pitchers make that adjustment because they're going to run into umpires that are going to call it.
2 balls and a strike here to Medicosh. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Slow grounder underneath the glove of Montour. Quick throw by the second baseman, Cope, to get her. Fantastic recovery there by Cope as she had to hurry that throw to get the out.
That was a bullet from Shania Cope to make that play.
Next up, pitcher Mia Zabovic.
And from that shorter range, let's give some credit
To Hess as
to
well.
Jana Hess, too,
Yes.
because she had to stay on that thing.
Zubovic is 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. She takes low ball 1 here. Zubovic, no RBIs. She did score in the 3rd inning, but is 2 for 2 with her couple of singles. That pitch inside in the dirt there nearly catches the foot of Mia Zubovic.
Nearly became the 3rd hit batter. The other 2, of course, Alexa Daniels, the leadoff hitter in the Belle Vernon order.
Three balls and no strikes to Zubovic. Right down the middle there and taking all the way, strike 1. Here's the 3-1.
Cool. Good eye on that pitch to Zubovic.
She'll trot down to first and with the 1-out walk. And we'll have a runner. It's probably going to be Williams again. It is.
It is.
Courtesy runner, first base for Belle Vernon, number 1, Bella Williams. Now batting third baseman, Lauren Van Divner.
Taking a peek down there in the bullpen on the first base side.
Lauren Van Divner, 1 for 2, does have a 2-run single to her credit today. Pops this one up, left side, just over our heads, and lands in foul territory. Might get a little wasp spray on it.
There's enough of it. He hosed that spot.
Oh, he did.
And the best part was you already got rid of the nest.
Yeah, the nest was gone.
I guess he was just making sure they weren't coming back.
Here's the 0-1. And this is lined and fair down the line and left. Hustling over to third comes Williams. She'll be held there. It is a double for Lauren Van Divner. Big hit there from Van Divner. And now Belle Vernon in business here with 2 runners in scoring position. 1 out for Ava Zubovic, who singled into her last at-bat. We had a paper go flying. I don't know if it was that yours.
I don't know. It's been dancing over there for a while. May have been the one that came off of that book whenever you threw it at that wall. Yep.
That's exactly what that was.
Once again, Belle Vernon threatens to erase a Montour lead very quickly.
Pitch up high and pops out of the glove of Turpak, but nothing hurt there. Ball one. First base, of course, empty here. And, Montour might consider kind of pitching around Zubovic because the bottom third of the order is a combined 0 for 6.
Seems like we've talked about this situation a lot in this game.
Popped up. Is that coming on my head?
Nope. You're clear. Nearly took out a couple of Union Scotties walking past, though.
1 ball, 1 strike to Ava Zubovic. But, yeah, Zubovic drove in 2 with a single in the third inning to tie the game at 4 at the time. And like I said, the bottom 3 in this lineup are a combined 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts. Here's the 1-1. Called strike on the inside corner. Of course, Zubovic struck out looking her first time up as well.
I must have just caught the corner. Zubovic does not crowd. At least she's not now.
Here's the pitch. And a little flare over shortstop and into center field. Now a throw coming to the plate and backing off is Lauren Van Divner back to third. An RBI single for Zubovic to tie the game, and she ends up at second base on the throw.
Yeah, that was, I think, an emotional mistake out there in center field. That throw should have gone to the cut. Hold that runner. Because now a base hit scores 2. Or I should say single scores 2. It was a strong throw, but it allowed the Leopards to put 2 in scoring position.
Talia Ross, the batter, now shows bunt and pops it into the air.
That's
It was
fair
touched
ball.
in fair territory
Yes, it was.
by the third baseman, and Van Divner is able to get back to third.
But now look over
now
here.
you got 2 runners at second base. Throw comes over to first, and they will tag out the runner there. Now they got another base running blunder. Oh, my goodness. And tagged out at second to end the inning. What a disaster for Belle Vernon.
Boy, everything. That takes a lot of analysis to go through right there.
So here's what happened. The bunt is, well, you probably couldn't have seen all this. The bunt from Ross was nearly caught in the air by Labrie at third down the third base line. She didn't get to it, but did knock it into foul territory. She was in fair territory. It's ruled a fair ball. The runner started home, but then stopped and went back to third, where she would have been safe. However, Talia Ross had rounded first and headed to second. Already at second base who was at second base? Zubovic was at second base. Didn't move. So they throw over to first and get Ross out for the second out of the inning. But on that play, for some reason, Zubovic took off for third base. I don't know why she left and went to third. Or excuse me, it was Ava Zubovic, and then you had 2 runners at third. They just threw back to second and got her out.
And everything should have ended as soon as that ball was touched by the catcher and dribbles out of play or out, foul territory.
Right.
You should have had bases loaded, 1 out, and just keep the inning going. Instead, Belle Vernon's pressing, and you get the 1 run in to tie. I think, again, the emotions are running high. You're not thinking. And not to pass blame, and maybe the players just can't hear him, but your coaches have to be screaming, freeze.
I don't know why in the world.
And freeze. That's
why
all
in
that
the
should have happened.
world did she run? Not only did the 1 runner leave from first, never should have gone to second.
No.
And then the runner took off from second to third, which made no sense. I mean, they could have had the bases loaded.
Well, and let's give Montour a little credit, too, because when you're throwing the ball that much, there's a lot of disasters that could happen for them as well. They were able to keep their heads, get a couple of outs, minimize the damage, and get back to the bat rack.
There was 2 hits and 1 run. No errors in that mess.
No, because you got 2 outs out of it.
And you still had 1 runner left on base when the 5th inning, top of the 5th, came to a close. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We're tied at 5. What a crazy ending to that inning. 2 major base running blunders by Belle Vernon to kind of run themselves out of the inning.
And as bad as you feel for Belle Vernon, as this is interesting, as are they checking the? Oh, I think thought he saw blood.
Okay,
maybe that was all. The guy you feel the worst for and all, that's the official scorekeeper up in the press box.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because that all starts as a sacrifice bunt. Don't forget.
Right. That's right. Sacrifice bunt and reached on a fielder's choice, essentially. Called strike to Jana Hess. It's Hess, Cope, and Molatoris due up here in the bottom half of the inning for Montour.
Bon Davis, Michael Manns, Ed Marco, and Henry Frengel, the umpiring crew for today, they've had their hands full.
Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Leadoff single for Jana Hess, her first hit of the ball game. And Montour has their leadoff runner on.
Well, neither of these teams have been affected by challenges from the opposing team, have they?
No, they have not. Just come right back out and get to the bat rack.
I mean, neither side has been able to really kind of catch their breath and enjoy a lead.
Well, here comes Shania Cope. She's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, 2 RBIs.
And she had that fantastic play on that ground ball.
Right. Bunts it up into the air, and it lands just out of reach of Zubovic for a strike.
That's how you know a pitcher's pitching fast. Blows the helmet right off of her head as she handles the sacrifice, as she makes contact with the bunt. And now can't even get the dirt out of it.
I was going to say, there's a lot of issue with getting that helmet back on.
I've never seen that, where someone takes a bunt on a pitch so hard, she falls over backwards.
No balls and a strike here to Cope. Interesting that she was bunting, considering she's got 2 doubles in this game. Fouls this one back, 0-2.
Am I just getting old? Did she flip sides?
You're definitely getting old.
Okay, I thought she bunted left-handed for some reason.
No.
Okay. Must have been how she landed when she tried to bunt it. Got turned all the way around.
No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Up high for a ball. 1-2.
Now, just to defend myself a little bit, I have seen hitters in softball, when they bunt or slap, they hit from one side, and if they're swinging away, they do bat from the other. But
right.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure it's just senility setting in.
Here's the 1-2. Off the end of the bat, into the glove of Van Divner. Throw over to first. Double play.
Boy, and the base running issues for these two teams these are things that just shouldn't be happening.
I agree. That was enough time. It wasn't like, that should have been enough time for Hess to get back.
Well, and
it was a softly hit ball, too. It wasn't just ripped into the glove.
Why are you hanging out that far from the base that long?
So 2 away and base is empty for Caitlin Molatoris. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. So we're going to have to do some schedule adjusting here for the games 2 and 3.
I'd say so.
Here's the 1-0. All the way back to the backstop that goes. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch from Ross. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Looked like a late decision to swing there by Molatour. She was way behind that one. Yeah, Carmichael's, who will be playing in the 1A championship, got here plenty early. They may be taking a nap.
Pitch up high, 3-1. And ball 4, 2-out walk.
Jason, I say this tongue firmly in cheek. That was easily the most boring at bat of the game.
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
just a 5-pitch walk. It's going to be 5 running for Montour. That is Brianna Lamarca. And we've seen Montour do a lot with 2 outs on the board.
Danielle Turpak doubled and scored in the second inning. Struck out her last time up.
Got another.
I think that's just the runner there.
I would think.
I don't know why it would take so long.
Pretty long meeting between Coach Rodriguez and Bon Davis, the home plate umpire. And now we're going to go have another visit. Will we be switching pitchers again? Doesn't seem to be.
No, he's going to have to talk to Ross, looks like. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning here with a tied ball game. Go ahead run at first base with 2 away for Danielle Turpak.
Well, I'm really wishing we would have kept pitch counts.
Yeah. Not that it ever really comes into play with softball.
No, but just to know how many there's been in this game. And it's only 5-5.
Right.
It's not that big of a shootout.
Ball 1 to Turpak.
And only 12 hits. I mean, that's a good day at the plate for the two teams, but it's not like we're looking at 20 hits already.
Here's the 1-0. Fouled back. Count 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Way up high. 2-1 here to Turpak.
It's probably the most control issues we've seen from Talia Ross today. And she's working that wrist again. Now, again, that could just be kind of not a nervous twitch, but you know what I mean.
Right.
But you noted before she was kind of shaking that left arm.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Trying to strand that runner at first base here is Talia Ross. There's the pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again at 2-2.
It's a short day at the office for the Pirate Parrot.
What's he done already?
I don't see him. He unloaded the T-shirts.
He's out.
Got out of Dodge.
Both these teams, of course, will be in the state playoffs, regardless of the outcome here today. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball into right field. Easy play for Callaway. She'll make the catch, and that will retire the side, stranding that runner at first base. No hits, no runs, and no errors. We have played 5, and we are tied at 5 here from Penn West University, California. It is the WPIAL Softball Championships on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by First National Bank.
What would our community look like without First Federal of Greene County? The fundraising event without a sponsor, the sports team with no name on the back of the jersey. Fortunately, we don't have to wonder. At First Federal of Greene County, we're proud to be your community partner. We make a choice every day to support you, your passions, your needs. Next time you have the option of how to bank, where to get your mortgage loan, who to work with, we hope you keep your local bank in mind. By supporting us, you're supporting the places you live, work, and play. You're supporting your neighbors and friends, because together we can make our community stronger. Together we can give back. Together we can help those in need. Together we can.
Welcome back here as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Tied at 5, and our first batter here is Olivia Kolowitz to start the 6th. First pitch swings through, kind of stopped the swing, but strike one to Kolowitz.
We've seen a lot of that today, too.
I think it's that same, I think Kolowitz did that before.
Is it the same batter?
Swings through this one, strike two. Full cut that time.
Yep. No indecisiveness on that one.
No balls and 2 strikes. Molatoris with the pitch. Right there for strike 3. 1 away.
Good start.
And
Kolowitz.
Interesting, Kolowitz led off the 2nd inning where Molatoris shut down Belle Vernon in order. She led off the 4th inning where the only base runner allowed was a Daniels hit batsman. And now she leads off this 6th inning with a strikeout. Katie Sokol, the batter, 0 for 2. But anytime they've had this part of the order leading off, Molatoris has had a pretty easy time to get through it.
Certainly hopes for the same here in a 5-5 game, top of the 6th.
Fouls it back, and quickly out in front 0-2 is Molatoris.
It just seems like both pitchers, even in the scoreless innings, except the exception of maybe the top of the 2nd, neither pitchers looked like they've been able to settle in and kind of get in a rhythm,
right,
and go through their paces. It's been just a fight for both sides all day.
Here's the 0-2. And a fly ball into right field. There's Staub. She'll make the catch. 2 away. Bring the top of the order back to the plate again, and it's been a rough day for Alexa Daniels.
She's been on base twice.
She's 0 for 1, but she's been hit twice by pitches, and neither one, I mean, they both shook her up.
Led off the game by getting hit in the ankle.
Pops this one up, foul ball, first base side out of play.
And then her third at bat wore one right in the hip pocket.
She sure did.
That second one seemed like it ticked her off, too. Slamming the bat to the ground.
No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul territory, and running out of room there is Hess. 2 strikes. Oh and 2. Molatoris is set. Here's the pitch. Up high for a ball, 1-2.
Nice rise ball from Molatoris, knowing she had some pitches to work with.
Here's the 1-2. Ground ball, shortstop, Bardo can't handle it. Was waiting for that throw to come across, but couldn't get it out of the glove. E6 will put Daniels on.
Once again, 2 outs. Team in the field not able to shut things down and get back to the dugout, leaving the door open for the opposition. Happened to both teams plenty of times.
Gracie Sokol 0 for 3 today. Has flown out the last 2 times up. Pitch up high for a ball. 1-0 the count here. Medikosh waits on deck. She's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Here's the 1-0. Popped up. Foul territory out of play. Here's the 1-1. Runner goes. Throw down to second, sliding under the tag. There was no tag really applied there as Bardo held the ball up for the umpire, but stolen base, and now we got an injury.
Oh,
and guess
no,
who? It's Alexa
Daniels
again.
And she's up and smiling about it again. They might have to cart Alexa Daniels off the field after this game. So for those of you keeping score, that's being hit by a pitch twice. And now a collision at second base. Although really, she undercut.
Yeah, she did.
The shortstop, Delaney Bardo. Bardo kind of popped right up.
Right.
Not saying Daniels might be a little dramatic on those types of plays.
She's back. She's ready to go.
She's always smiling after them. That's the thing.
2 balls and a strike. Now that runner in scoring position for Gracie Sokol. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
I tell you what, she got a good lead off of second after the pitch left. Thought she might try it.
Here's the pitch. Popped up. First base side, it gets out of play. Do it again at 2-2. And a line drive into center field, right at Arndt in center to make the catch and retire the side. No hits, no runs, 1 error, and 1 left on. Through 5.5, tied at 5 here in the WPIAL Championship game on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by First National Bank. Telling us about concessions now.
I could go for some concessions.
I definitely could go for some concessions.
That those boys could too. Belle Vernon football team out there. Representatives of. It's 9 outs left here in the WPIAL Class 4A championship game.
In regulation, anyway.
I was trying to avoid that. But with the way today's been going, it's got it written all over it, doesn't it?
It sure does. Heading into the bottom of the 6th inning here. For Montour, it'll be 8-9 and top. Haley Staub pops one up, foul territory, strike one. Staub led off in the 4th inning as well.
Bottom part of the Montour order has been pretty productive. At least in doing the little things. Getting on base, moving around, bunting, things of that nature.
Popped up right side. That's going to get out of play for strike two. Oh, 2, here's the pitch. Taken way up high, ball one. Staub has walked twice and scored both times he's been up. One ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Ross, swing and a miss. As Staub is down on strikes. Delaney Bardo has 2 sacrifice bunts to her credit today, so she has yet to register an at-bat. She won't be able to use that here.
She will not. Be interested to see if she tries to bunt her way on out of that 9 hole.
Called strike.
Talia Ross entering the game in the 2nd inning. Has only allowed 1 run.
The 0-1 pitch showing bunt. Bunted foul.
On the other side of it, Caitlin Molatoris, has worked 6 for the Spartans.
Called strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts to start the 6th inning for Ross.
Back to the top of the order, center fielder Leah Arndt.
Arndt looking to start another 2-out rally for Montour. Both of these teams have done pretty well with 2 outs on the board today.
Ball one. Arndt 1 for 3 today. Struck out her last time up. That's the only time she faced Ross. Her other 2 at-bats were against Kowalski, and this is a line drive off the shortstop Zubovic. Couldn't quite handle it. Was in the glove and out. What do you think? Hit?
Oh, that's a hit.
Single for Arndt.
There's a rocket shot into the hole. Nice job by Zubovic just to knock it down.
Yeah.
Because if that gets past, you don't know with how hot it's been, how dry that grass is. That may roll a while.
Gia Labrie, the batter, 2 for 3. Has an RBI to her credit today. She takes ball one.
You've got the filled out scorecard in front of you. Do we still only have the 1-1-2-3 inning? Half inning, should say?
Yes.
Top of
one.
the 2nd?
We've had a couple with 4 batters, but only 1 down in order. Here's the 1-0. That's low. Runner goes and slides in safely with a stolen base. Arndt into scoring position now. Here with 2 outs in the 6th. And it's a 2-0 count to Gia Labrie. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. 2-1 the count.
Starting to see more blue trickle in here at Lily Field, with Union and Carmichael's on deck for the 1A championship game.
Here's the pitch. Up high. 3-1.
Got a spider on my hat. How'd that happen?
3 balls, 1 strike. That go-ahead run in scoring position here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Surprise, surprise, we have a full count.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Gia Labrie looking for her 3rd hit of the ball game here, and it would be a big one. Here's the pitch. Fouled back, will do it again.
Some of the Montour faithful have sort of migrated out of right field and right next door to the Spartan dugout.
Three balls, 2 strikes, payoff pitch.
Ooh.
Ball 4.
Tight one there. And the Spartans will send another to the plate in the form of Avery Polo, the left fielder.
Avery Polo, 1 for 3. Her only hit was against Kolowitz. She is struck out twice against Ross. Check swing. What do they call that? Ball.
Pretty much the same exact spot.
I thought he signaled, though. He looked like he signaled without saying anything.
I think he called ball and then pointed out.
Must have been. Counts 1-0. Here's the pitch. Up high for a ball, 2-0. Boy, if you're Belle Vernon, if you're Montour, you can be looking at it this. If you're able to just push just one run across here, you're 3 outs away from closing this thing out. Of course, there's 2 outs in this inning.
But with the way Belle Vernon's battled back, you'd love a couple.
That's for sure. Called strike. 2-1 the count now to Polo. Pre-game for game 2 is supposed to start in 3 minutes.
I don't see that happening.
I don't either. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2 on Polo.
Polo throwing the head back. A little disappointment. And a big pitch coming here from Ross. Trying to strand these 2 runners, keep this thing tied 5-5.
Ball 3, full count.
That's at least 3 in a row that have gone full, right?
Yep. Payoff pitch. Fouled back.
Second baseman Katie Sokol playing deep for Belle Vernon. Everyone else pretty well straight up.
Here's the pitch. Popped up. Third baseman Van Divner losing in the sun possibly and can't come up with it. It's in foul ground, though. Runners will not be able to advance. Looked like she was struggling to find that ball.
She was looking right up into the sun. It is right above us.
Right. And there's life here for Polo with another 3-2 pitch coming. Here's the pitch. Popped up the other side. Looks like this will get out of play as Sokol runs out of room. Both Sokols run out of room over there.
Take your pick.
Another 3-2 pitch coming. Here's the pitch.
A foul ball.
Hit off the knob of the bat, looked like.
Yep.
Count stays 3-2. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. That'll load the bases.
All with 2 outs.
Strikeout, strikeout, single walk, walk has been the bottom of the 6th inning for Montour.
And now, a lot of pressure on Ross because anything in the gap should start the merry-go-round as here comes Coach Rodriguez again. Earned his 300th win earlier this year. He has 4 WPIAL championship rings, does Tom Rodriguez. And Ken Kutchman looking to put some more hardware in the Spartan Trophy case.
Big moment here as it'll be Jana Hess. Singled last time up, 1 for 3 today. Cleanup hitter to the plate with the bases loaded, but 2 outs in this bottom of the 6th inning of a tie game. Talia Ross with the pitch, swing, and a big cut, strike 1.
She may have been going for 4.
I agree.
Was Hess. And as we've mentioned many times, both of these teams have gotten very comfortable working deep into counts. So it's a little surprised to see a first pitch swing there.
High and tight for a ball, 1-1.
We are now approaching 2.5 hours in this 4A championship game. Bottom of the 6th.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count to Jana Hess. Here's the 1-2. Ball.
I tell you what, nice play behind the plate by Zubovic. Keep that one from the backstop, and it was away from. It was down the first base side, so that would have given a little extra time for the runner at third to try and score.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. And the bases are left loaded in the sixth. One hit. No runs. No errors. 3 Spartans left on base. We've played 6. We're still tied at 5 here. The 4A WPIAL Softball Championship game on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by First National Bank.
Count on JD Enterprises for all your water hauling and construction needs. Filling a swimming pool? Got a big construction project? JD Enterprises should be your next call. With their construction and excavation division, Higgins Hauling, JD Enterprises specializes in concrete work, garages, buildings, decks, and general contracting. Offering unmatched trucking and construction services to the tri-state area, the team at JD Enterprises brings over 30 years of experience in the industry. JD Enterprises in Waynesburg, 724-852-4488.
First National Bank, a proud corporate partner in the official bank of the WPIAL. With approximately 340 office locations across 7 states, FNB provides free financial education and resources to high school students. Learn more about financial education by visiting the website fnb-online.com/learn. FNB, member FDIC. We're in the top of the 7th inning. And it is Marin Medikosh to lead things off for Belle Vernon. Fouls off the first pitch, strike 1.
Jason, that bottom of the 6th is pretty much a microcosm of how this whole game has gone. 2 quick strikeouts. Belle Vernon looked like they were going to cruise into the top of the 7th. Then Montour loads the bases. Bunch of full counts, bunch of pitches. Nothing comes of it. Still tied.
1-1 the count. Ball 2.
First pitch of Game 2 of today's triple header, scheduled in 8 minutes.
Off the end of the bat, slow roller to Cope at second. She'll throw on to first, and the throw gets away. Throwing error on Cope. Medikosh safe at first. So Belle Vernon gets their leadoff runner on for Mia Zubovic. Zubovic 2 for 2 plus a walk.
Shania Copes played a pretty solid second base today. Could be a costly mistake there.
Fly ball into right field. Drifting back is Staub. She'll make the catch, 1 away.
And Jason, as scary, as well hit as that ball was, Zubovic again kind of stopped her swing. If she swings through that one, she may be trotting.
Right. Here comes Lauren Van Divner, who's 2 for 3 today. Single and a double, drove in 2 in the first inning.
But a big first out for Montour after giving up the leadoff base runner.
Called strike 1. And there's a ball. 1-1 the count.
And an appeal from Montour catcher Danielle Turpak. She felt the runner at first left early, as Medikosh, first base umpire, confirmed she left appropriately.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two, 1-2.
Kind of an uncomfortable looking swing there from Van Divner. She swung late, then dropped to a knee, almost trying to uppercut that ball.
One ball, two strikes. Here's the pitch. 2-2.
Van Divner way up in the box.
Popped up. Left side, foul territory. And it looked like LeBrie just kind of overran it. She got to the fence, and the ball landed
behind
a few
her.
feet inside the fence.
And again, I'm wondering. I think it's that sun. I think it's the sun here on this side. 'Cause that's twice. Looks like the third baseman had very makeable plays and just lost it. And LeBrie not wearing sunglasses. Got to make it even more difficult. She may have looked up in that sun, about blinded her.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball through the left side for a base hit. Runner holds at second. It'll be first and second with 1 out after the single from Lauren Van Divner, her 3rd hit of the game.
Nice job by Van Divner. Bouncing back from a bit of a shaky start in that at-bat. Puts the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Ava Zubovic, 2 for 3, has singled her last 2 times up, drove in 2 runs. Will look to give the Leopards the lead here in the 7th. There's the Pirate Parrot. He's back. He's in view behind home plate right now.
He must be in a good union if he gets that long of a break.
He's probably throwing T-shirts out at each game.
That could be. He's got to reload. Rest the arm.
1 ball, no strikes to Ava Zubovic. Called strike 1.
Nice pitch from Kolowitz. Been a long day for her.
Ball Taurus.
Sorry, I keep looking at the wrong side. Kolowitz pitched into the 2nd.
Yes.
With 1 out on the board before she was lifted for Talia Ross.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Ava Zubovic. And the pitch. Called strike 1-2.
This would be a big out here from Ala Torres. Should get that 2nd out without the runners advancing.
1-2. Fouled back. Count stays 1-2.
Zubovic, the junior, kind of stabbing at it.
One ball and 2 strikes. Zubovic looking for a 3rd hit of the ball game, and it would be a big one if she can come through here. Takes low, 2-2.
Carmichael's now camped out right below us here on the 3rd base side. They just want to get in the dugout.
Yeah. They might still be waiting a little while.
It could be. Let's Zubovic has something to say about it here.
Fly ball into right field. Staub is there to make the catch. Runners will not tag. And there's 2 away. Staub's been busy out there in right field as well. Had a lot of action today. That's her, by my quick count here, that's her 4th put out. And you got to remember, she had that really nice catch.
Right.
That was not counted because of an illegal pitch. Talia Ross looking to help out her own cause here. Give herself lined up for the win potentially, but she grounds it to 3rd. LeBrie steps on 3rd, and that will retire the side in the top of the 7th inning. 1 hit, no runs, 1 error, and 2 left on. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 5. WPIAL championships here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network are presented by First National Bank. Quick look at the scoring here as we head into the bottom of the 7th inning. Belle Vernon 5 runs on 8 hits, committed 2 errors and stranded 8. Montour 5 runs on 9 hits, committed 2 errors and stranded 8 as well. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Due up here for Montour to try to walk it off. Shania Cope, Caitlin Molatoris, Danielle Turpak. And it is Ross still inside the circle here into the 7th inning. Here we go. First pitch misses for a ball. Talia Ross came in relief, as Bobby mentioned there just a bit ago. With 1 out in the 2nd inning, she came in.
And she's allowed just 1 run since.
Yes. Turning away from that one, I don't think it did. Ball 2.
Looks like it crossed up the catcher. Mia Zubovic.
Two-0 pitch. Called strike.
Trying to come up with a Shania Twain joke here, but it just nothing's coming.
The fact that you admit that you're trying to come up with a Shania Twain joke.
Sad, isn't it?
2 balls and a strike here to Shania Cope. She's got 2 doubles to her credit today. Drove in a couple of runs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Just misses, and now 3-1 to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Talia Ross living around that strike zone. Just not getting the calls right now.
Here's the 3-1. Called strike 2. Another full count.
Again, we've mentioned it several times, but wish we would have kept a pitch counter on this thing. Not because of durability issues or anything, but just how many pitches have these 3 pitchers thrown.
Payoff pitch coming from Ross, and that's ball 4. And the game-winning run is at first base for Montour with nobody out.
And, Jason, we've seen some mental gaffes from Belle Vernon in this game. How tempting would it be for head coach Ken Kutchman to send that runner at first and see what happens?
Caitlin Molatoris, the batter. Without a hit today, she's been on base twice. Reached on an error, reached on a walk. Shows bunt, bunts it foul, first base line. Looking to move that runner into scoring position here. As Montour looks to end it in 7, of course, Belle Vernon only hope now is extra innings. Oh, 1 again showing bunt, pulling back, ball 1. Catcher Zubovic thought about a throw down to first, but did not uncork it.
Jason, whoever ends up winning this thing, they earned it.
Absolutely.
This has been a battle from the first pitch.
One ball, one strike. The pitch showing bunt again. Drops it down. That one also goes foul. And now, will they keep the bunt on from Montour, or will she be swinging away?
He's put down two pretty good ones, just drifted foul that first base side both times. And bunting a runner from first to second, that's where you want it, down that first baseline. Corners are not pinching.
Here's the 1-2.
Ooh.
2-2 the count. That one didn't miss by much.
At least from well, I guess you've got the straight on angle, so it was pretty close, huh?
Looks pretty good to me. I'm not the one making the call, however.
And again,
our angle still is not that great.
Well, and I was just going to say, Bon Davis has been pretty consistent.
Yes.
The home plate umpire.
Here's the 2-2. Called. Strike 3. One away. Brings up Danielle Turpak. Turpak has a double, but that came against Kolowitz. 0 for 2 against Ross with a strikeout and a flyout. Winning run at first base with one away here from Montour in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch up high, ball 1.
Not a cloud in the sky here in California, Pennsylvania. Temperatures actually stayed pretty mild. I felt like it was going to be a scorcher this morning.
Here's the 1-0. 2-0. Ross comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count here to Danielle Turpak. Two balls and a strike. The pitch. Fouled back, 2-2.
First of 2 days of WPIAL Softball Championships here at Lilly Field.
Yep, both days with 3 games each.
Randy Gore tomorrow for the Trib Live High School Sports Network, right? Or are they divvying that up?
No, he's in charge of that tomorrow. Foul ball out of play, 2-2.
Our former, not classmate, but your classmate.
My classmate, right. Always good to catch up with Randy. Got to see him this morning.
At then Waynesburg College, now University.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Ross. Fouled back. We'll do it again at 2-2.
Well, if you could somehow work out a deal where you could work by the foul ball, just retrieving those for this game, you'd be leaving with full pockets.
No doubt.
Work on commission as a foul ball retriever.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Sent into right field, toward the line, making the catch as she crosses the line is Callaway for the second out here in the 7th. Nice running catch.
It seems like not a lot of plays being made in the outfield for Belle Vernon. That may have been the best one for the Leopards. It's Callaway, the flex player. runs it down. Working with a tie ball game here. And see if Coach Kutchman tries to get a little creative here with a runner on first. Now 2 outs.
Staub was walked twice and struck out, and the ball gets by the catcher Zubovic, and into scoring position now goes the game-winning run on the wild pitch.
Both of these catchers done an excellent job behind the plate. That was one of the rare hiccups between the two of them.
So Staub with that winning run in scoring position now, and 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, a 1-0 count. And we're going to have a little conference here.
One of many we have seen today in the circle. By the way, if you were wondering why we're not 10 minutes into the 1A game, we may be heading to extra innings.
Oh, yeah.
In the 4A game.
Could happen.
Belle Vernon 1 out away from doing just that. Head coach Tom Rodriguez looking for his 5th WPIAL title as he returns to the dugout.
There's the 1-0. 2-0.
Getting out to a healthy start there at second was Cope.
This is the 8-9 part of the order. If Staub and if Bardo would come to the plate, she's on deck right now. No hits out of these two. Bardo has 2 sacrifice bunts. Staub has walked twice. They both struck out once. Here's the 2-0. Swing, good cut there from Staub. Comes up empty, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Ross with a pitch. Fouled back. 2-2.
I have to get a hold of Matt Kiefer, our host, the SID here at Penn West at California. Wonder if he's had any games that's gone 3 hours here.
Oh, I'm sure there have been, but certainly it was a little unexpected. Popped up, foul ball out of play. Now, if you've got a 3-hour, 7-inning game, I don't know about that.
Right. Because we are approaching that.
It won't quite be 3 hours if we...
Well, never say never.
If we wrap it up in 7.
There's still 2 open bases out there, Mr. Tennant.
Here's the 2-2. Oh, and that gets Staub. I think she was in the act of swinging there, but
she did hold the bat.
She held back, so it's going to be a hit batsman.
I almost wonder if there was going to be a challenge from Coach Rodriguez to whether or not
she offered.
Right. Or if she was in the strike zone. The umpires do discuss, and they do say everything is on the up and up.
That runner at first means absolutely nothing to the outcome of this game. Delaney Bardo to the plate with a winning run at second base. 2 away. In the bottom of the 7th, Bardo, 2 sacrifice bunts today and struck out last time up. And sends one foul down the line at first. Strike 1. Breeze picking up.
No complaints here.
Lily Field. Certainly glad that tripod is firmly secured out there in the outfield.
Yes, it is. you gotten any people making goofy faces into it or anything?
No, occasionally somebody walks through, but
Well, that's
it's a very brief interruption. No balls and a strike. The pitch up high, 1-1.
You want to put dinner on this if it goes full count? You want to take that bet?
No.
Because, man, it feels that way. I think Carmichael's, which is right behind us, I think they've started their second set of warm-ups.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch misses, 2-1.
Union has really sort of camped out first base side, waiting for their chance to defend their WPIAL title.
Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
And that likely would have been ball 3, because that looked pretty up in the zone.
Ross trying to get her team to extra innings here.
Montour loaded the bases with 2 outs last inning, didn't score. They've got 2 on with a 2-2 count here.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And we are going to extra innings. No hits, no runs, no errors, and 2 left on in the bottom of the 7th. We're tied at 5 here at the WPIAL 4A Softball Championship game on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by First National Bank. Heading on to extra innings here. Making some schedule changes here, so we stay with you on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. And
I'll tell you what, if they've stuck with us this long and then it cut out, that would not go over well.
That would not. There'd be some unhappy folks, I'm
yes,
sure.
Yes, there would.
As we head to the top of the 8th inning, Belle Vernon to the plate with her 8-9-1 spot due up. And a first pitch strike. And this is that part of the order that Montour has had a lot of success with. Kolowitz has led off. This is the 4th time she has led off an inning.
That's hard to do out of the 8-hole.
And she's
a legal pitch.
Okay. Check that count, 1-1. But Kolowitz and Sokol are a combined 0 for 6. And again, each time Kolowitz has come to the plate, she has led off an inning, and those innings have been really the easiest for Montour, as she's been able to get Kolowitz and Sokol, and then even though she's put Alexa Daniels on in a variety of ways, she's been able to get Gracie Sokol. That's she's either had 3 or 4 at-bat innings when she started right here. This one, though, is lifted to left field, and there's Polo. She'll make the catch. 1 away.
Tell you what, I'm surprised the ball carried that far because of how low it was struck. Checking the wind, it's blowing sort of from left field to right.
Batter is Katie Sokol.
But Montour continues her success against this part of the Belle Vernon order.
Called strike.
Ooh, and Sokol not happy with that call. Big time reaction.
One and one the count. There's the pitch. 2-1 to Katie Sokol. And that misses. Now 3-1. Sokol has not been on base today. Neither has Gracie Sokol, who is in the hole right here. Here's the 3-1. Fouled back, full count. Three balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ball 4 puts a runner on with 1 away. As you see Katie Sokol trot down to first base.
Talking things over with Coach McLaughlin, formerly Bashada, who was a standout pitcher for Belle Vernon and then played right here at Lilly Field for the Vulcans.
Alexa Daniels, the batter, and she lines one into right center field. It splits the fielder and gets to the fence. Daniels into second base, rounding coming to third, and scoring on the play is Katie Sokol from first base. Belle Vernon has the lead in the 8th.
First time since the first inning that the Leopards have been on top. And how about the day that Daniels has had? Got hit twice.
Reached on an error and now an RBI triple.
And then also had that collision at second base.
Yeah, that's right. And a first pitch ball, look out here, is scrambling to get back to third is Daniels.
Nice job backing up that play by Bardo, who was waiting at third.
Showing bunt, whiffing at it. Count 1-1 here against Gracie Sokol. Sokol struck out in her first at-bat and has flown out to right or center field in the last 3. And a soft fly into center field, diving and hanging on is Arndt.
Third.
Did she tag at third?
Did she tag? Third baseman says no.
And they say she did. So the sacrifice fly, that was the question. Arndt came up with a great catch and was able to hold on as she hit the ground. The question was, did Daniels leave early? They appealed it at third, and the umpire says no. So the sac fly brings home Daniels, and it's 7-5.
Boy, Belle Vernon manufacturing 2 runs on just 1 hit in this inning.
Great catch out there by Arndt to hang on as she was going to the ground. But Sokol with the RBI, sac fly. And now a slow roller to first, and not in time. Cope going over to cover. Hess couldn't get it to her in time, and an infield single for Marin Medikosh. Keeps the inning going here for Belle Vernon.
Close play at first. And now we're going to have a talk. I'm pulling the entire crew to talk this one out. Everything stays pat.
next up, the catcher, Mia Zabovic.
Mia Zabovic is the batter now. 2 for 3 plus a walk for Zabovic. Her runner scored a couple of runs. And she lines one into right field down the line. And the throw to first. Safe. I was a little blocked on the...
It was dropped.
Okay. Throw was dropped at first.
If Hess would have held on, she was clearly out.
Yes, I thought the throw had beat the runner. But the post and the fence blocked my view of the actual catch of the ball. So first and third now with 2 away. As Medikosh goes to third. And Williams comes in to run again. You still going to call that a hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's
can't really assume a play is going to be made from right field, I don't think.
No. You'd have to be a pretty stingy scorekeeper to call that an E3.
So runners at the corners for Lauren Van Divner, and Van Divner's got 2 RBIs on the day. She is 3 for 4. And she has a chance to kind of open this thing up here in the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. Off of the glove of Labrie into left field it goes. Run comes in to score. It's 8-5. Another hit. 3 singles in a row for Belle Vernon.
Following that big triple from Daniels. And Belle Vernon just kept hanging. They got that 2-run lead in the top of the first, and then you really felt like Montour after they scored that second. And then 2 more in the second. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Belle Vernon just kind of hung around. Kept it close.
First pitch, a ball to Ava Zubovic, 2 for 4 today.
And Montour had been out hitting Belle Vernon since that first inning. It's now 11-9 Leopards in that category. So that tells you what kind of 8th inning they've had.
And this one is lifted in left field foul, out of play.
Just missed a little guy out there. Dad wasn't paying attention.
Three straight 2-out singles for Belle Vernon here in the 8th after they got the lead. Called strike 1 and 2 to Zubovic. In the dirt, 2 and 2. Two-two pitch. Popped up, right side. Cope can't make the catch. Looked like it was in foul territory. They're going to say it's a fair ball? No, foul ball.
The umpire looks like he was calling it foul.
Yeah, definitely Cope over there in foul territory, made contact with the ball. Count stays 2 and 2. Eight 8-5 lead for Belle Vernon here in the top of the 8th. Molatoris with the pitch. Ground ball left side. Shortstop Bardo bobbles, throws not in time. And E6 keeps the inning going here for Belle Vernon. Talia Ross comes to the plate. 0 for 4 today is Ross. She'll step up here with the bases loaded. And you got to think, if you're Montour, this has to be an out.
Oh, without question. I mean, the wheels have just come completely off here in the 8th. And a base hit here, that might just be a hill too far to climb.
Yeah. First pitch strike to Talia Ross.
This is going to be something new for Ross, who's at the plate now. She'll pitch with the lead for the first time in the bottom of the 8th.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. (0-2) pitch. Into the glove of the third baseman, Labrie. And that is the final out. Belle Vernon sends 9 hitters to the plate in the 8th inning. They put 3 across on 4 hits. No errors and bases left loaded. But it's now, as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, Belle Vernon 8, Montour 5 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. WPIAL Championship Softball presented by First National Bank.
10 Mile is celebrating 15 years of proudly serving Greene County and the tri-state area. Certified in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia, 10 Mile specializes in road construction, asphalt paving, large excavation, pipeline, utility work, and heavy haul trucking. Proudly servicing coal mines and the natural gas industry, and also involved in many municipal projects. And yes, they still do residential paving. So if you're looking for an experienced, proven, highly qualified contractor for your next project, or if you're looking for possible employment, visit 10mile.us or call 724-263-6000.
First National Bank, proud corporate partner and the official bank of the WPIAL with approximately 340 office locations across 7 states. FNB provides free financial education and resources to high school students. You can learn more about financial education by visiting the website fnb-online.com/learn. FNB member FDIC. Bottom of the 8th, here we go. Montour down to their final 3 outs. They will have the top of the order up.
Jason Hempfield just pulled in.
Yeah.
They're game 3.
Yeah, they're supposed to start in an hour and 45 minutes.
The Spartans of Hempfield. You want to see some pitching?
Yeah.
Wait till you see, if you haven't, I have not, starting pitcher for the Spartans opponent, the Hempfield Spartans opponent from Seneca Valley.
Mia Arndt leads it off for Montour and takes one in the head and doesn't even miss a beat. Right down the first baseline she goes.
That's kind of one of those ones you're happy to take one right in the air hole. So that puts the tying run on deck.
Labrie the batter. Labrie is 2 for 3 today plus a walk. First pitch up high for a ball.
Jason, I think you're going to see a lot of patience from these Montour hitters. They've been able to work a lot of counts and do it successfully.
Here's the pitch. Called strike. 1-1 the count.
And you know the home plate umpire has a tight strike zone. He's called it that way all game.
Here's the 1-1. Popped up. And second baseman Sokol will make the play. 1 out. Avery Polo, the batter, 1 for 3 plus a walk. Polo had a single in the first inning and scored.
You mentioned Labrie was having a big game. That's a big out for Belle Vernon.
First pitch strike here to Polo. Talia Ross looking to come up with the victory to seal a WPIAL title for Belle Vernon. Would be their 5th in program history. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to short. Zubovic not in time as sliding in just as the ball arrived is Arndt, and she's ruled safe at second.
That is a pure effort play from Mia Arndt to beat the flip. I was assuming the turn. I was already looking at first before they made the call.
Thinking about a double play.
Yes, I was.
Instead, nobody out. And now the tying run is to the plate in the person of Jana Hess.
Well, after the way today is gone, I guess we shouldn't expect anything else than this here in the 8th.
Of course, she's the cleanup hitter as well here is Hess. Only has a single today, 1 for 4.
The junior lefty steps back up on the rubber here. See what she's got.
Pitch up high, snagged by Zubovic.
Oh.
Now a snap throw down to first, but back in safely over there is Polo. Boy, you wouldn't want to get caught on the bases now.
Yeah, I heard one of the Belle Vernon coaches right below us reminding the players to be smart. Those snap throws can be very dangerous.
2 balls, no strikes to Hess. Here's the pitch from Ross. Ooh, 3-0.
How'd it look on your camera?
I wasn't really looking at the camera.
Okay.
Couldn't have missed by much, I wouldn't think.
What do you think? Looking at 2 pitches here?
I would.
Now, on the other side of it, if you're Ross, just throw strikes. You got 3 runs to work with.
And it's a 4-pitch walk that will load the bases with 1 out.
Bases full of Spartans for the 2nd time in 3 innings. Last time it was with 2 outs.
Shania Cope has 2 RBIs to her credit today with a 2-run double back in the 1st. Tying run is at first. She represents the winning run at the plate. Here's the pitch. High and tight, ball 1.
And again, the way we understand it, Kolowitz, who started the game, was moved to DP and basically switched positions with Ross. So that may be in the back of the mind.
Oh, yeah.
For Tom Rodriguez.
1-0. Called strike, and she needed that strike.
I like the approach here from Montour. Make Ross come to you.
One ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Missing for a ball. 2-1.
Student section at Montour waking back up after watching the Spartans give up those 3 runs in the top of the 8th.
Two-one pitch. Now 3-1, and no place to put Shania Cope.
Message is simple from Coach Kutchman at 3rd. Don't help. Again, make her come to you.
3-1 pitch right there, and we've got another full count.
Good pitch from Ross. Shania Cope, a sophomore. has been involved in several notable plays today in the field and at the plate.
Payoff pitch. Line foul down the third base line.
We've blown past the 3-hour mark here in this 4A championship game.
1A was supposed to start 40 minutes ago.
And they've still got how much time to warm up?
6A is supposed to start at 4:45. I don't see that happening.
No. The good thing is they do have lights.
Yes,
at
they
Lily
may need
Field.
them.
They may. Ross taking her time in the circle. Another payoff pitch.
Comes the 3-2. Fouled back. We'll do it again.
The fans themselves are very quiet right now here at Lily Field. Most of the noise coming out of the Montour dugout.
3-2. Ross, here's the pitch. Little half swing, grounder to third, up with it to throw to first. In time to get the out there. 1 run comes in to score on the 5-3 putout. An RBI for Shania Cope, her third of the game. And it's 8-6 with runners at second and third, still tying run in scoring position.
Gracie Sokol just keeping a toenail on first. Not only was it a bang-bang play, but the throw started to pull her off the bag. And now all the pressure on
Caitlin Molatoris.
Molatoris.
Base hit, potentially ties it. She does not have a hit in this game, does Caitlin Molatoris. Fouls the first pitch back. Molatoris 0 for 3 plus a walk. She did reach on an error in the third.
So not be the seniors' last at bat, as Montour has already qualified for the state tournament. Doesn't exactly alleviate the pressure, though. And we're going to have another stoppage from Tom Rodriguez.
And the fact that he goes to the umpire first is interesting.
Right. Union and Carmichael's waiting in the wings to determine the 1A champion, the 1 and 2 seeds. This game between the 2 and 4 seeds, right? Montour and Belle Vernon.
Well, now you're maybe going to make me look.
Yes, I am.
Yes, Montour the 2, Belle Vernon the 4.
Belle Vernon not only upset Elizabeth Forward to get here in the semifinals, but blew out the top seed.
Elizabeth Forward did qualify as the third place team, qualified for states with a win yesterday. 0-1 pitch coming to Molatoris. Ball 1.
And if you're Belle Vernon, walking Molatoris is not a problem. You got first base open.
That's true. That would bring Turpak to the plate, who does have a double to her credit today, however.
Now, what's interesting here, and I'm sure Turpak's just not thinking about it, she's still got her shin guards on, standing in the on-deck circle. She's either going to bat or game's over.
And a base hit into left field. They're going to wave the runner. Here comes the throw. It's off. No, the runner holds. Now breaks.
Got her.
And she is out at the plate. And Belle Vernon is going to win it in extra innings with an out at the plate. 8-7 will be your final.
And Jason, you hate to say it, kind of referencing back to the debacle with a bunt earlier. You should not be sending the runner in that situation, especially that late.
Wow.
And a surprise silence. It's how quiet it is here in Lilyfield.
Belle Vernon Leopards, your WPIAL champions. Congratulations to the Lady Leopards. We'll come back real quick, recap this one, and sign off as we get set for Game 2 of our triple header here from Lilyfield at Penn West University, California. Belle Vernon, your winner in 8 innings by a final score of 8-7 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by First National Bank.
Hi, my name's Mark, and I am a political science major at Seton Hill University. Initially, I came to Seton Hill for pre-law, but loved my poli-sci classes so much, I made it my focus. Ultimately, my goal is to hold political office and make a positive impact on people's lives. For me, it was the faculty, both in my major and out, that made my Seton Hill experience so incredible.
Well, they'll have the award presentation out here for Belle Vernon as they will win their 5th WPIAL title in program history. And they win it in dramatic fashion, 8-7 here in 8 innings. You see the numbers there. Belle Vernon 8 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors, stranded 13. Montour 7 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors, and stranded 9. Bobby, I think you go back to how this game ended right there. You really felt like Molotouris with that single had a chance to tie the game. They held Jana Hess coming around third. She stopped. When the throw was offline, Hess decides to go. The throw comes home, and Hess is out at the plate, and that is the way the game ended in 8 innings. The tying run was right there, but gunned down at the plate.
And again, it's just how everything played out. She was held up at third. There was a very late decision to send her as Belle Vernon worked to gain control of the ball and make a play at the plate. If you're going to make that decision, you got to make it sooner. Because a split second earlier, she's safe.
Right.
And you just can't wait that long.
Belle Vernon puts up 3 in the top of the 8th. Montour with 2 in the bottom half. And that's the way it ends. 8-7 in favor of Belle Vernon over Montour here in 8 innings. Just looking ahead, if you will, just for a moment. The champion of District 7 here in 4A, Belle Vernon, they will be taking on Monday in the state playoffs. They will have either Trinity or Berks Catholic. That's not our Trinity. That's Trinity District 3 or Berks Catholic. Those two will play tomorrow to decide that one. And for Montour, they will be the 2 out of District 7. They will play either the District 6 champion Bellefonte or the District 9 champion St. Mary's. Those two play for that playoff spot tomorrow. So both these teams into the state playoffs, but certainly heartbreak on the Montour side as they drop this one here in extra innings. 8-7. Belle Vernon is your WPIAL champion.
And
go ahead.
Oh, just real quick, congratulations to Belle Vernon. They just kept hanging around. They didn't lose their composure. After they took that 2-0 lead, Montour came back, scored 4 in a row, thought maybe they found something there. The pitching change happened. Fantastic move there. And then they just blew it. They, put it together in the 8th. But then here comes Montour again.
Right.
And you just think, we're going to go to the 9th. We're going to go to the 10th. When is this going to end? And then with a game like this where it's so tight and keeps going back and forth, you just think it's going to be a play like that's going to determine it, and that's exactly what happened.
That is going to do it here for Game 1. Yes, at 3:17. That is going to do it for Game 1. We will have Carmichael's and Union in the 1A championship game coming up here in a bit. Probably looking at around, it'll be going on 4 o'clock before they get that one going. But we'll be back here to Lilyfield for that one. This will sign off our broadcast here of Game 1 of the triple header, and congratulations to the Belle Vernon Leopards. They are your WPIAL champions. This broadcast on the Trib Live High School Sports Network has been presented to you today by First National Bank.